It's gonna be a good fucking week. What's happening with you, Tarzan?
Nothing. I got a great weekend with you in San Diego. It was
Thank
fun.
God. And the 26th with a fucking Ninja Turtle shirt on.
Hey, everyone loves Teenage. Oh my God!
You're 6 years old with
This
a green
is an
Ninja.
awesome shirt. I don't care what you say.
Tremendous, unbelievable. Wait till you get
I get compliments on this shirt.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. What's up, Redban, LaRue?
Good. How are you? So you're going to Houston this weekend?
Smooth, old school.
Improv?
Yep.
I want.
Four shows.
If my ex does come, I have something to give.
Your boy's there, Doug Benson, on Thursday.
Oh yeah. That's fun.
Yeah, I had to take it. What the fuck? Go back to H-Town, eat some good food.
I miss it. I miss Texas in general. It's been a while, but definitely Houston. I miss Houston.
You're not going to Austin? They don't book you in Austin yet?
I have to do all those bookings, and so it's just like I have to go reach out to everybody and do all that. And it's so much work, Joey. You know how it is.
It's fucking rough out there.
So much. Yeah.
You've really been working the stand-up angle. I'm really proud of you. I see you out there every night. You're swinging. And that's all it is. The swing is paradise, dog.
Yeah. I'm kind of over the LA doing so much here, though. Does that ever get better? Because like the doing LA audiences just kind of, I don't know, it's just sad. It's very sad life.
Well, that's why you go on the road, because then you break it up and you learn how to work the LA audiences, and you learn how to work the different road rooms that you work, you know?
Yeah.
LA burns me out.
Yeah.
I burnt out in LA maybe 8 or 9 years ago. For 2 years, I did it against my fucking will until I said that's it. You know, and I would go to the Improv periodically. The Laugh Factory wouldn't have me, and I stopped going to the store. So it was like very, I don't mind it now.
Yeah.
I don't mind it because I go down on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. I do a spot, I get in the car and I get the fuck out of there. You know, I walk around the store looking like a rapist. I'm too old to be over there at the store. It's a bunch of young girls and young kids, you know. You're standing there with fucking gray hair looking like a dope. I know when I first got to the store and there'd be dudes with gray hair, I get pissed off. They go the fuck home.
Right.
It ain't gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? You're not doing a spot. Go home.
It's not the same, is it? It's not really anymore, because I do remember where that was the whole thing. Like, no, you're trying to get into TV. You're trying to get on Carson, and it was all about the young kids. And then nowadays it seems like, I mean, there's a lot of comics that are starting at 35. They're becoming a comic for the first time. 30, you know. It seems like it's a little different with that nowadays because TV doesn't seem as important, or is it? I don't know.
Well, it's a young man's game. I mean, everything is a young man's game. Baseball, football. I mean, you're not going to walk on the football field 44 and say, give me the fucking ball. They'll kill you. But that's the advantage you have as a comic, that you could always work in that field. You could evolve to a writer. You could evolve to so many different things. As far as the Comedy Store, you want me to sit here and tell you that I thought I'd be slinging jokes on the road at 52? I had different plans, but those weren't the plans that would happen. But guess what? I'm still at the store. People still give their lives to be at the fucking store. To be at the store 4 nights a week is huge. 2 nights a week, you're in the game. You're in the fucking game, okay? If you're not at the store, you're not in the fucking game. If you're not at the Improv, you're not really in the game. If you're not at the Laugh Factory, you're not really in the game. But when you're at the store, there's something about the store that you're in the fucking game, you know? Listen, man, the store, to me, is exactly the same. People go up, people bomb. Some people stay and let the miracle fucking happen, and some people tap out and go back to wherever the fuck they're from with an excuse on LA's filled with fags and Scientologists who want to suck your dick and take you in a cave and electrocute you. Whatever, you know, it's always great. The rooms I'm working now, I don't run into the bitter comics that left LA. But you go on the C circuit and the B circuit, oh boy, you're going to get them. You live in LA, fuck you, man, you know. Bunch of fucking losers out there. You got to know people to get on stage. You don't got to know nobody. You got to be funny, bro. You got to be funny and maneuver yourself and go out at night and meet people. And by meeting those people that you're performing with, you'll elevate up. Right or wrong, Redban?
I agree. I mean, I'm so lucky to be able to do the Ice House every Friday, you know, do the Deathsquad show there. And one of my favorite things is mixing up new comics with old comics. There's so many comics in this town that I don't know. you look at half these advertisements for like Flappers or Ice House, and you look at the lineup. I mean, I don't know any of these people sometimes, and that just shows you how many people are in this game that we play. And it's really weird when you hang out at the Comedy Store. It seems like we have all the number one comics hanging out around us, but then you wonder if that same kind of environment happens everywhere, and because there's thousands of comics, right? And we just happen to hang out with a good small group of 20 to 30 that we see on a regular basis. But what about those other thousand? It's very interesting because I met somebody the other day, and he's been doing comedy for 15 years, and he's been doing it in Illinois. And now he opens up for Doug Stanhope, Brett Thompson. But he's one of the nicest guys. He's got a family. He's got a daughter in college and everything like that. And he just moved to Los Angeles at I forget how old he's like a little older than me, I think, but he just moved out to Los Angeles to try to make it at 40. And I was just like, you know what? That's fucking amazing. I want you on a Death Squad show. I want to mix you with this 22-year-old that's only been doing comedy for a week. And it's so fun to see and to help people as much as possible in Los Angeles and in comedy all the time. But it's amazing that people last doing it. When you see somebody that's like, I've been doing it for 15 years, and you still see them doing spots, 5-minute spots, here and there. And I'm like, what keeps you going at this, man? Because this is a very sad life,
What's the success? What does success mean to you? As a comic, as a fucking electrician. All right, so you're an electrician in fucking Columbus, Ohio. After 4 years, 6 years, you become a journeyman. So that puts you at, let's say you're a fuck up, you miss work, you got fired for 6 months. At 30, at 28, you're a journeyman. If you get out of fucking high school and go to your classes at night. Then, when you're like 32, you get a little serious, you meet this girl. She likes to fucking suck, but she also likes to go away on the weekends. That costs money. That $16.50 you're making isn't going to work. So now you have options. You got to go work for a different company, or you could start your own fucking company. You have all these options. And wherever that option takes you, wherever you go with it, that's where your success is. Are you with me? Like, that's what you pick. There's comedians that start in Colorado that have no intention in their mind ever doing a movie, a TV show, or being in fucking Los Angeles. They do stand-up to do stand-up. And they become feature acts, local feature acts, and they get involved with athletics, like they do all the, let's say you're clean, you get involved with the fucking Lakers, man. If you like basketball, you go down there, you do a couple free fucking benefits, let them check you out, do a benefit, they pay you $500, $1,000, now you're doing all the Laker functions. My friend Ron does that, Rod Long does that in Seattle. Rod Long would not move down here. One of the funniest guys I ever worked with. He was probably making $150,000 as a comedian in Seattle, had a house, 2 kids, a wife, smoked dope all day. And he added money to his income. When he went on the road, he took pictures. And he developed the pictures and he'd paint them in. And he put them on eBay and sell them. And some he made a profit and some he didn't. But that was his happiness. We're talking about our friend, Jay, and how he was struggling here. What's he getting? 1 fucking spot a week.
Right.
He's living on somebody's couch. He had a breakup with somebody who he loved. He gets dick. He's a good-looking guy.
I mean, you mean pussy?
Huh?
He gets pussy. Yeah.
He gets pussy. So, yeah, he's a good-looking guy. We're talking about a friend of ours, Jason, and he is a great guy. Funny as fuck when he's on. He has a weird, different look on things and a way of writing, but you could tell the personality change when he fucking drinks. You want to strangle him, but you love him so much in the daytime. It's like living with Dracula. You love him so much in the daytime, you don't want to kill him at night when he's Dracula. But when he gets 3 drinks in you, he tries to call you out, and he tries to just be mean to you, and you're like, Jay, what the fuck is wrong with you, you know? But he's a great guy. But he's surrounded. His friends, he's seeing that his friends are moving forward, and he's moving backwards. You know how bad of a feeling that is? Fucko over there? You know how bad of a feeling that is? You and 3 editors go to Emerson College, you all come out here, two of you guys are working as editors and you're still an assistant editor, how bad would you fucking feel?
Yeah, it'd be terrible.
Same thing. You know, and it takes some guys 6 years. It takes some guys 2 years to become an editor. It's just the luck of the fucking cards. But somewhere along the line, he gets fucking hammered. He loses his compass, and he disappears for 6 months to get clean and sober. And he'll come back the best Jason he's ever fucking been.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing to see that.
This place is heavy on people. This place is fucking heavy. The people you see in LA now, you're going to see a third of them in 5 years. And then in 7 years, it's going to be a complete new social media. And one day you're going to be on them, and they're going to want to request you to a friend, and you're going to go, what happened to that person? Because you see so many people come and go here. It's like a fucking carousel of people here that are going to come over and take over this fucking town. They got the idea for a movie. They got the idea for a reality show. They've been doing comedy for 2 years. I got this. You guys are suckers. You've been working for 10 years. We got the answers. They come, they last a year, and they disappear. Then you bump into them, and they'll tell you how their grandfather died. And then they come back to take care of the family and the house. You fucking bury grandpa, you sell the couch, you close the house up, you move some people in, and you come back to LA. That's what a comic does. Somebody who's not a comic just gives up, and that's the excuse right there. There was a death in the family, or there was this, or something else happened. And they go back to where they fucking started from. But comedy has no age. Listen, I came out here when I was 32, Redban. Did I have a dream? I didn't have no fucking dream. The reason why I'm doing what I'm doing is because I lasted. That's it. I lasted. Again, back to Richard Gere and Office and the Gentleman. I had nowhere else to go.
It seems like this place is a lot crazier in general, though. Like, I mean, I got roofied the other day. Where does that happen?
Everywhere.
To a guy? No, who
Everywhere.
roofies a guy?
Everywhere. How do you know you got roofied?
I was at the Improv, and it was dead. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go home. And didn't even have a drink at the Improv. That was one of those nights. And I'm driving by Jumbo's Clown Room. And I was like, oh, my friend works there. I'll go and see if she's there. And had a drink. Saw David Arquette there. I was like, oh, David's fucked up. And then saw two other guys that I knew that was like a girl's ex-boyfriend and her friend. I was like, oh, those guys, whatever. Then I went to get my second drink, took like 2 sips, and then like everything just started like getting real closed up, you know, like in a tunnel. Like my vision got kind of weird. I'm like, oh shit, something's not right. My car's parked right in front of Jumbo's.
That happens to me twice a week.
I know, but I mean, second drink, no weed or anything, no edibles. So I go out, my car's right out front. So I'm like, you know, I'm gonna go have a cigarette, go sit in my car for a bit. Something's not right. I don't feel good. So I put my drink down, went out to my car, sat down in the passenger seat, and it got so bad where I had to close my eyes because everything was spinning so much. And the next thing I know, I woke up like an hour and a half, 2 hours later, and I'm just in my car, and I'm perfectly fine now, but I feel really muscle relaxed, like just muscle relaxers. And I guess I drove home. I don't remember, but I remember feeling fine. Next day, the whole day, I felt like I was on muscle relaxers. I felt really like, oh, what? Like kind of like I had tripped on acid the night before or something, you know, and I had that acid hangover or something. It was bad, dude. And the one thing that I didn't expect, though, it was like, it really fucks with you, though. Like I didn't expect that part. Like the part where I'm like, holy shit, dude. If I was not in the right place at the right, you know, where I could go to my car, what would have happened? You know, where would I end up? I pretty much got drugged, like in a movie where somebody drugs you with the tissue on your nose, you know, chloroform or whatever. Like, that's pretty much the same thing that happened to me. But I was luckily in a public place where I could get to my car real quick. So then I start getting into like this post-traumatic, like, what the fuck happened? Who did that? Why would they do that to me? You know, is that somebody I know? Is this like crazy fan? Is this a stalker of a girl that I used to fuck? I mean, half of my ex-girlfriends have boyfriends that want to kill me, you know? And I mean, I have one girl right now, ex-girlfriend, that her current boyfriend is dating, sent out letters to Joe Rogan acting like a fan of the show, trying to get me fired. Like, you should really fire him, and he's a horrible person, and blah. And it's like 7 emails that he's spending long days like just trying to get me fired, you know. So it fucked with me though. Like that.
You fucking torment these girls. You put them through hell. You make them clean your apartment, suck your dick,
whatever.
eat your asshole. They end up fucking doing porn or fucking moving to Memphis and having a kid. They're gonna hate you. You know, you put them through fucking torture, and then you get rid of them. Like, you know, how many chicks you fucking torment since I've known you? 10 of them.
Do you want to know the worst thing that just happened
Oh
recently?
no, I know there's always something. Let me ask you this before while we're on the roofie subject.
Okay.
Since I know you, how many times you been roofied?
Once.
No, you've been roofied a couple times.
What?
cocksucker.
Well, you roofied me by doing what you do to poor flying
That's
Jew.
not a roofie.
How is that not a roofie?
That's not
Yeah,
roofie.
you
yeah.
are.
A roofie is when I wake up next to you with a robe on. Fucking.
He just doesn't remember
grinning.
that.
No, I would never fucking. No, I would never.
You have a closet in there that he's not allowed to go into.
Nobody goes
And then
in that
he went
closet.
into it the other day and he had flashbacks and had to sit down on this couch.
He's getting followed by that fucking fly. He's got a fly.
I
that
killed the
won't leave
fly.
him.
I was
No,
really
you
excited.
didn't.
I did, yeah.
His cousin's in the room watching you right now, getting ready to fucking go in there. Since I've known you, you've been roofied, what, like 8 times?
No, I haven't.
You got bad coke, you got a bad fucking
Oh,
batch
you're
of
out of
mushrooms.
your mind. I've
You
never
had-
been roofied in my
You had a
life.
fucking bad batch of mushrooms. They made you see.
Oh, no, I
fucking Jesus.
overdosed on mushrooms, but that wasn't
Oh,
me being
gee.
roofied.
You went to the ambulance, showed up on the 101.
Well, that's because I had like a panic
Oh, that's
attack
right.
from smoking weed.
You called the ambulance on the 101?
I've called, not on the 101, it was on Sunset, but I've called the ambulance on myself like 2 or 3 times.
but there's a reason. Tell them the reason so people don't think.
When I was younger, I used
It's
to
a heart
have
murmur.
heart problems, and
Oh,
I
okay.
thought I was constantly having a heart attack. So,
Oh, I thought it was from like drugs or getting too high or something.
well, no, I mean, when I get high,
Oh.
I start thinking about my heart, like, oh, my heart's not pounding right, and then I start just freaking myself out. But 3 times since I was 15, that's not bad. I got to tell you this crazy fucked up story. This is
This is what happened this week.
this happened a couple of weeks. This happened a while ago. Just say I don't want to put the times right. So I've talked to you about Rubmaps before, which is this massage parlor search thing where you can search for.
Paula and I went and looked at it.
Oh, you did?
Oh my god, it's crazy. The people who write comments on there.
It's great. I read it like it's a book. I look forward
What
to
is
new
it?
reviews.
Rub what?
It's Yelp for a hand job.
Yeah, it's Rubmaps, like
Okay,
Rub
what does it say?
Maps.
And it tells you where to go.
Yeah, you pretty much go in there and go where you live, and it shows you all the places around you, and then you can read reviews. And like some places give hand jobs, some places are like full sex, some places is just if you want anal sex, some places is if you want a guy dressed up as a girl. You know, it's just all around us. Like if you start looking at massage parlors, there's massage parlors everywhere you go. There's like one every block. It's almost like 3 times the amount of Starbucks. So I talk about this on the Joe Rogan podcast, and this guy heard it, and he on a business trip went out and withdrew some money and got sex, I guess, and then when he came back home, his fiance, I mean, they've been dating for 7 years. They're about to get married. Saw it, what he did on the bank account statement or whatever like that, confronted him about it, and they got divorced because of him hearing about Rubmaps from me. Now,
All the women came looking for you at the comedy store. That's right.
so out of nowhere, this girl contacted me, and she was like, "I really think you're great. Let's go out for a drink and have some food." And I'm like, "Oh, she's just a fan, but she's very hot." And so I went out to dinner with her, and the whole time she's like, I'm Snapchatting and taking photos, and then later we get drunk at the comedy store and she's Snapchatting, and then later we're in the hotel room, we're Snapchatting.
What do you think she's doing?
I thought she was just sending funny photos to
she's selling-
Snapchat.
No, she's selling them to her fucking ex-husband.
Yeah, that's right. So then when I dropped her off at the hotel room, she's like, "Oh, by the way, this is, we're about to get married. You ruined my life, blah, blah, blah. Our marriage is now over," or whatever. And she's just showing me the conversation. It's like, "Hey, I'm hanging out. Guess who I'm hanging out with?" And it's me, like, doing the peace sign with a margarita. And then he's like, "Wait, where are you? What is that fucking Redban? Is Redban in town?" And then it's like the next one's at the comedy store, and he goes, "Wait, you're in Los Angeles? What the fuck are you doing?" So then it ends with me, like, she's just like, "Throw your cum at me," because it's another thing I talk about. Like, she had to listen to the Joe Rogan Experience in the morning, in the car, at night. Every single second, he made her listen to it. So he ended up hating Joe, or she ended up just like, I hate Joe. I don't want to hear about Joe anymore. But like she thought the funniest revenge would be to fuck me. And it's at the end, I'm like Spider-Maning her tits because she's heard me talk about Spider-Man before.
Did you take a picture of this and send it to the?
She goes, hey, I want take video of you Spider-Maning my tits. I think that would be hilarious. And I was so wasted. I was like, fuck yeah, let's do that. And so,
no wonder he wants to kill you. That's
he's gonna fucking shoot you.
So he might have been the one that roofied me.
Why would they fucking root for you?
I don't know.
But it's crazy what you were talking about earlier. How
if they root for you, they follow you to the fucking car. What?
Oh,
brother?
about how like you asked if you need TV and like you kind of forget what like things get normal, I guess. And like I was on Facebook today. You know, we put out It's Either You or the Priest 3 years ago today.
Huh?
Like 3 years ago. Like
We put out what?
this week. It's Either You or the Priest.
Beautiful.
I remember because I posted a picture. It went like number 1 on iTunes that day, and I posted a picture. I remember I was at that stupid editing job, hating my life, and like that CD went number 1. I was like, oh, that's so awesome. And it's been 3 years. It's just fucking
great.
crazy.
It's so long.
How long it's been? I don't know. I got high and I thought about it. That's all.
That's great. You gotta torment me for it. I ain't got enough fucking
Who's
time.
tormenting you?
That shit kicked in, man. I'm pretty fucked up.
No, it's
Oh my
supposed
God.
to fucking kick in. That's what it's supposed to do. That's why
Halfway
we do
through that
it.
story, I was started feeling a sweat drop go down my
eat edibles
back.
because we don't want to be high. You eat edibles because it's Sunday.
No, that was Snoop Dogg OG or whatever you gave me yesterday.
Is that fucking killed you?
Yeah. Oh my God, that came on strong yesterday. That joint didn't come on strong yesterday for
It
you?
always comes on strong. That's why I keep smoking it. Why do you think you smoking it? Because it comes on weak. I fucking get it because it knocks me to my fucking death. When I go into that place, they got some nice looking girls in that place. That Sunset Herbal got some great looking women. Great girls too. I love all the girls in there, but the guy usually comes out, the Mexican. I ask him what he's got in the back, and he usually comes out with a chunk of something good. And he had that Snoop OG. Oh my God. Me and Lee got fucked up the other day in San Diego. Lee wanted to eat everything. Lee loves bad restaurants too. You and him should hang out a lot.
I don't like bad restaurants. I like going to Yelp, and he gets me super stoned.
Yelp.
So I want to eat, and I understand why you do it, but you didn't want to go anywhere but a block from the restaurant. Like I ended up going last night to go get those tacos I wanted, like 8 minutes away, and you're just like, if I can't see it from the hotel, then it's not gonna happen.
I got to Brian's 24. That restaurant that's right where you guys were at the American Comedy Club.
Yeah.
Right next door, Brian's 24. It's open 24 hours a day. They have everything. Like waffles, fried chicken, hamburgers, tacos.
That scares me.
It's a great place. You never go there?
They got everything. That scares me.
Yeah, but then
Trust
we
the
ended up
place.
going somewhere, and you hated it.
Oh, it was fucking horrific. It was fucking horrific. And it's like one of those places where they blast the music and they have coffee and they have fucking dessert, and all these Gentiles have slippers and sun hats. And the fucking tuna was horrific. It was drier than fuck. And that multi-grain bread was even fucking drier. They didn't toast it. They didn't put a tomato on it. Not a lick of mayonnaise. Nothing. Just gave it to me like a prisoner in fucking Cuba. What's that place?
Guantanamo Bay.
Guantanamo Bay. Though. Just dry fucking tuna. It was horrible. Horrible. We went to the Mexican place the one day. We had the ceviche. Not bad. You like ceviche?
Yeah, I just figured out what it was recently. That's all right.
It's just raw fish with fucking whatever on it. Gasoline and Mexican tequila.
That's one I can't get used to. Her mom makes it, but it just
What do they put on it?
they should just shrimp, and it's still pretty good. But it's like they put it in raw and they let it marinate for a couple days, so the texture's a little bit off from what I'm used to. So that's like the one thing that I'm not used to yet with her. She made shrimp today. Oh my God, it was so good. Just garlic, sauteed shrimp, a little bit of rice.
You're just gonna eat Mexican food till your fucking head blows off.
Why
Yeah,
not?
man.
Why not?
You
He
mix
eats
it up.
Mexican. Oh my God, no. That's all he wanted to eat. And he couldn't he wouldn't shut the fuck up about Christina. It's only a 10-minute walk. Get the fuck. Then you gotta walk fucking back with
Yeah.
those tacos in your stomach full. Fuck you.
How long? It's a 10-minute walk.
Fuck you. There's something right around the fucking corner.
Yeah, the
10
tuna was
minute
right around
walk
the
for
corner.
mediocre fucking tacos and shit.
Oh no, there weren't more. Oh, they're good.
Stop.
And it's like a Mexican
They're in the
Hooters.
designer fucking area there. Everything's fucking Ugats. They give you those small shrimp from a can. Who do you think you're dealing with, dog? Leave me alone. Leave me alone. I don't even need to go there. I know what they give you in that area.
You did have a good thought though. We were gonna get barbecue and we didn't go in because like I couldn't smell it.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Why would barbecue with 3 people in there in San Diego? Who would fucking even think about going to barbecue in San Diego? You go in there just to get sick. The brisket's a week and a half old. Not to mention, I'm going to H-Town on fucking Friday. Who the fuck are you kidding?
Yeah.
Bam! That's where they invented the fucking brisket. I'm going to go to Chewy's and...
Bebo's. What's
I
that?
might go to Beaver's.
Yeah, get
I might
that
go to
cheese
Beaver's.
plate, that fried cheese
No,
plate, skillet.
no. You guys disgusting. That's just...
What? It's a fried cheese plate.
Yeah, you got to go to this place.
Yeah.
Beaver's.
What is it?
It's just
Greek.
this big.
It's this big Greek thing. It's cheese.
Oh, I think I've seen that. They like light it on fire.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh shit! I saw that on like the Food Network or something.
You just sit there and fucking come all over yourself and they lit on fire.
People hate on Diners, Drive-Ins, and Dives. They hate on the host for that show. I love that show, especially when I'm high. Oh my god.
Do you have a deep belly button, Lee?
I do.
Have you ever cummed in it and then not like taken the cum out of it and found it like weeks later?
Not weeks. I take a shower every day, but yeah, probably.
No, you can still come in your belly button and just seal it off like they
Yeah.
sealed Jesus in that cave. And then go back in there in like 2 weeks and find the
You
fucking...
come in your belly button a lot, Joe?
No, I haven't done it since I was like fucking 18, but when I was 18, I come in my belly button and just lock it down, like melt
Check my belly
like wax over it to seal it in there. Disgusting. Disgusting.
Did you just sniff your belly
Yeah,
button?
I mean, because that's something like I literally never really dig in there. But once I pulled out a like it I guess was dried cum, but it smelled like eggs. It was fucking gross. So I was wondering if you ever had that happen to you.
No, I haven't. That's fucked up. I do. A lot of people like. I never came in a sock. I always just come and then it just on the blanket. I've never had like a tissue next to the bed or. That's something I've
You
never
just
done.
come on the blanket and lay in it and finagle in it for 2
I go to the next side. Yeah,
And
I
then
roll
what
it.
happens when you roll on that? When you roll a knocker on that one, what do?
That's
I
disgusting.
don't do multiple times before I go to bed. Do you?
Now you're stuck in the middle,
No, I do. I do on one side,
and you go to the other side and go to sleep. But what do you
Yeah.
do the next night?
and then it's dry.
And you lay on top of it because you don't do your sheets for like 2 weeks.
No, I do it every week because Paula comes over.
But Paula don't come over. Those sheets sit there till they turn fucking gray and yellow.
No, I do like once a week.
I bet he has one of those apartments where you walk in and you just smell the cum, the dry cum, just from his cum bed.
No,
It's disgusting.
When I was single,
When he
probably.
was single, yeah. When he was single, he had that chick on the couch. He would go in that room and bang himself out. I would see him in the morning. His eyes would be fucking. She'd be sleeping on the couch with little undies on, little pubic hairs popping out of her asshole, and he's sitting there. I gotta go to bed. Fucking do something.
Fucking Cosby, the girl on the couch.
And then he found nothing. She moved on. She fucked 8 guys, and she went back
She
to
didn't fuck
bar.
8 guys.
How many did she fuck? 3?
I don't know.
4 at that job. Don't tell me. You told me yourself. Now you don't fucking know. Why you lying?
Well, yeah, not 8, like 2 or 3.
4.
Okay.
The other dude, then she left him for the dude with the yacht. Then she cheated on him. Remember? The fuck is wrong with you? No, you don't remember.
Steel trap.
You can't say nothing in front of me. It goes right into the mental fucking block, and I save it for later.
I am so fucked up right now.
That's the point.
Those were
It's Sunday
that was
night.
that triple dose, wasn't
It's
it?
a special edition Sunday night. The
No,
church here.
no, you had a Green
We
Hornet.
had a Green Hornet.
That's what got me on Schaub. Because we had the Green Hornet and then we had a piece of the Star.
It's hard to focus.
It's like 80 milligrams.
We should eat a piece of the star.
Fuck it, man. I'm going to be fucked up anyways.
Ceremonial. Where's the knife of death?
I don't know.
It looks like a big thing of sushi, like tuna.
But the cool thing we got. So, well, first I want to thank you because you didn't let me get carne asada fries because I was just fucked up and I wanted to get them. But what you did get me, like you were, usually like we'd stop somewhere in the middle on the way to San Diego for food. But you're like, I'm gonna take care of you, and we went to Dairy Queen and I got the best shake because I had a full, well not a full, but like 3/4 of a Decadose.
Why are you lying to these fucking people for?
You gave me at least 3/4.
Do you ever stop? You stop over at the burrito place by the La Jolla Comedy Store still once in a while, don't you? Like Don Carlo.
He sent over burritos last night.
burritos.
He sent over 8
He's
burritos
the best
last
guy.
night. Oh my god,
He's the greatest.
I love the carne asada ones. Oh wait, let me show you.
I like the other one. I had not the carne asada.
The chili relleno. That's
it's
Paula's
pretty
favorite
fucking
too.
That's insane.
I'm still Garnett Boulevard. I'm still the bottom of Garnett Boulevard. They have that taco place next to Denny's. That's still one of my all-time fucking favorite places of all Mexican food. It's cheap. You get on a line. I used to get the carnitas with two or three tortillas with rice and beans. Oh my fucking god!
What kind of beans do you like?
Refried.
Yeah, a little bit of cheese on top.
Little cheese, little couple green onions, whatever they put on there.
What's your favorite LA local place? Mexican. I'm a big fan of El Coyote.
Where's El Coyote? That's on
Beverly.
No, it's too far.
Is it like a fancy place? Like there's like Casa Vega and Sherman Oaks. I don't get it. I like the little taco shacks.
I like
That's
the
all I
taco
want.
shacks.
Taco Jacks.
I like bumping into weird taco shacks. I've given up on a lot of shit, man. I really have. I just stopped.
Well, you got food poisoning from that one in North Hollywood.
Who did?
You did.
For the one taco stand, I got food poisoning.
Really?
Yeah, I shit blood. I did the show at the Improv.
Oh, no.
It was like a 24-hour bug I got from, maybe it was like a bad piece of meat. I had eaten there 30 times. They're nice people. I watched the operation. Sometimes it could just be a little piece, Years ago, I remember going somewhere. You know who's notorious for giving you fucked up tuna? Subway.
Yeah.
Subway.
Yeah.
You be careful with that fucking tuna.
It's the worst thing calorie-wise there. I would never get
Really?
Oh,
Subway?
because they put 8 pounds of mayo on it. That's why I make tuna at home. You can't get it
Yeah,
out.
I like doing it at the house with some onions and shit, some mayo.
Pickles.
Some pickle relish. Nice.
I put
Tame-
crushed red pepper. That's what I do.
crushed red pepper. Look at Lee. He's a fucking regular. Jewish
Then he
Debbie.
puts beans on it and wraps it up in a tortilla.
Oh, he wraps
And
everything in a
dips the
fucking
cheese.
tortilla. He can't live without
Oh my god!
those Caesar salad wraps. Oh, Jesus.
What was wrong with
Christ.
that?
Oh, Jesus.
It's
Lee.
fucking delicious.
Then he eats a bag of French fries that comes with it. Why eat the fucking wrap if you're going to eat the fries that come with it?
I'm not eating. You don't eat Caesar salad to be healthy. Caesar salad's like the worst salad you can get.
It is.
I just ate it because it was delicious. And then she said, "Do you want fries?" And I was
I
high
mean,
as fuck.
you like Caesar salad.
Who doesn't? Caesar salad? It's fucking delicious.
The hotel in Houston, the old hotel with the lap stop would put you in, they had a Caesar salad, the best. Spicy anchovy, spicy that you sat.
Do you have
there
full anchovies on it?
They was
Oh, I have
anchovy.
never done that.
Oh yeah, they slice them thin so you really don't taste them real thin. And she would tremendous. We don't fuck around. I wouldn't sing it to her. I forget the name of the fucking place. I ain't gonna.
But it was cool because I really wanted those carne asada fries, and you just sat me down. You're like, "No, don't. You don't need those." And that's what I need.
It's 1 in the fucking morning,
when I get
guy.
munchies, dude. My brain goes
1
crazy.
in the morning, you already had the fucking wrap and you already had French fries. The party's over.
Right,
You
yeah.
had the M&Ms. You had the fucking chips.
Yeah.
You
Oh,
had
fucking crazy.
the fucking
Well, you gave
Dairy Queen. You had the what else? The
Tacos.
You had the thing that's the fattest thing on the Mexican menu.
Oh, the flautas. Those
The
were good.
flautas, yeah. You didn't want the ceviche with the avocado. You want the fucking flautas.
I don't. You got ceviche at a place you've never been before. That's scary to me.
Well, it's right there out in the open. Everybody's got ceviche out there. Like 10 of the fucking restaurants have ceviche out there. I bet it was competitive. I had
that's
nothing to
probably true.
lose. I don't want to fucking eat a full Mexican meal. I don't want no rice and beans. I'm trying to lose weight, so you go with the fucking ceviche. It's tomatoes, it's jalapenos. You'll gain, what, an ounce? You'll piss like 8 fucking times.
Ceviche is not bad for you.
No
The
shit,
chips are
that's
bad.
why I got it. Sure, the chips are bad. The chips were 420 fucking calories for like fucking 10 of them.
Yeah, the chips are the worst. That was
chips
one
are the
thing
worst.
shocking going to Weight Watchers was how bad the chips were. I never thought
How bad Mexican food
Mexican
is.
food in general. It's like the
It's
worst. That's why.
That's the last category they have. They're like Caribbean. They mix it and they have Mexican food. And they're like a skull with fucking crossbones and the fat dude laying there with his heart blown up.
Yeah, you should always consider eating Mexican as like pizza night in the same kind of category where it's actually pizza night's like a kind of like a dessert. Like we worked hard all week. Let's get a pizza Friday. And you don't think of that as Mexican. You just think of it as like food. But that's like way worse than having a pizza. And you consider pizza like a special event.
When I go to Mexican restaurants, I lose my mind. I don't know about any of you guys. There's no control.
Mm-hmm.
There's no control. The only control, I drink water. But I inhale the fucking salsa. I inhale the pico de gallo. I inhale the fucking avocado. I inhale the chips and salsa that first come with the table because you're stoned to the gills. Then the dish comes. And then, sour cream.
Well, the fucked up part is the tortillas. If you can cut out the tortillas and
Are the tortillas bad for you?
they're like 180 each, but if you have 6 tacos, that's like 600-700 extra calories. Like that's when I started putting on the weight before I started losing again. When I started dating Paula a couple years ago.
You need to break up with this girl, man.
No,
Start
no.
dating an Asian chick.
Yeah, Mexican food fucking just packs them on, man.
Her mom's been cool though. Her mom now measures the food and only gives a certain amount. She's cool about it.
One bucket.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, Mexicans don't have no fucking serving. Nothing.
She hates it.
Serving size
She
one
tells
bucket.
she tells Paula to stop being mean to me and letting me eat because she doesn't think that I want to do all this dieting thing. Every time she tries to give me extra food, she's funny.
Sure, she looks at you. You got that little fucking face with those beady eyes.
I don't normally have these beady eyes.
I couldn't believe he looked at me and he's like, "All right, man, good night. I'm going this way." I go, "Where you going?" He goes, "I'm going to get carne asada fries." I go, "Where?" You're just walking into the abyss.
It's downtown San Diego.
Looking for carne asada fries. I'm more scared of bad carne asada than what I am fucking shrimp. You know what I'm saying to you? That's one thing I really am scared of is pork. I don't fuck with pork.
Carne asada is beef.
Same fucking difference, okay?
Okay.
The thing that got me fucking sick was carne asada.
Okay.
That's what got me fucking
sick. See, I would
sick.
think shrimp would be worse than beef. I think.
Well, you're in San Diego. It's not like you're in Tempe, Arizona, where the shrimp is where?
Right.
Where? They have to fly it in fucking 9 hours. You know, that's what scares me. But, to each his own. I just didn't want you to pack on.
No, but I needed it. And, it's that's what I've been trying to get better at. I'll go home and I'll give myself one thing. Usually, sometimes if I haven't had dinner yet. But I need that, I need just someone to say, you don't need it. And it's like, oh, I don't.
No. You go back to your room. Listen, man, every time I'm hungry, I go back to the room and I make coffee. I make coffee and I smoke dope.
Oh, my God.
And you pass the fuck out. Old school, right, Redban?
Mm-hmm.
Old school on the road. 8 of us in a hotel room. That one in San Francisco looked like a ship. And we go downstairs and they had the red pepper.
Oh, that's right. The clam chowder
The red
place.
pepper clam chowder downstairs. Who the fuck you think you're dealing with? These novices don't know dick about dick.
Remember that one photo where we're both sitting in the windowsill together, and there's a photo. It's me and you. We're both crammed into this windowsill, and I remember we were staring across the street. There was all these police because they found a chopped up woman's body in a suitcase floating in the ocean across the street from the hotel.
That's right. Yeah.
And so there's this famous picture, or this old picture that I have. I'll send it to you. That we're just both sitting there. It's pretty funny.
That's a good hotel.
And I'm going to be in San Francisco next month. I'm going back to do the Punchline, and then Sacramento with Tony Hinchcliffe.
That's a fun fucking week there.
Yeah.
I like the sushi place in Sacramento. Right across from the club. It's open till midnight.
Yeah.
They got a nice little lunch there. They don't fuck around over there. They give you a nice salad, little shit teriyaki chicken. That doesn't kill you. You don't eat the rice. You get the brown rice. Not too fucking bad. What's up, dog? What are you looking at?
It just hit me. Literally, oh my God. Because you're evil. You take the Chupa Chews and you squeeze them to make it look like they're smaller.
No, I don't. This fucking guy.
I'm fucked up.
Yeah, but you ate the other thing, not the Chupa. I like that watch. That's a very nice watch.
Thanks, man. G-Shock. Are you going to get the Apple Watch?
Oh,
I don't even know what the fucking Apple Watch is.
My dad wants it, but it's $1,000 or $600.
It starts off at $300, but yeah, it goes up to actually $10,000.
Oh, idiots!
So you will see all the people trying to impress us with their $10,000 version of the watch, but I missed the pre-order. I totally just wasn't thinking about it, and then so now it's it doesn't ship till June or something. So I'm like, I guess I'm not gonna get it.
Do you want it? Yeah. I don't understand. You're gonna make a call from your watch?
No. It's more. I think it's more you can keep your phone in your pocket. Somebody texts you, you can just look at it and go yes, or or if you get an alert, an email, you'd be like, okay, he said 15 minutes. Instead of having to take out my phone, unlock my phone, go in the it's more. I think it's going to be just for quick things. Or if you're driving. If you're driving and you have GPS and you're I think I have to turn right here, and it might be good for little things. I think.
Oh, I disagree. Cause look, phone's unlocked. 2 seconds. And then I use this as my GPS. I don't see any need.
So instead of just unlocking your phone while you're driving, and how about doing this?
But you don't even need to. Your phone's up here on the dashboard,
yeah.
Or at least for me it is. I don't know.
That's illegal.
That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money for a watch.
Oh, I agree.
Everything Apple does is a lot of fucking money, guys.
It's going to break in 2 years.
That's the thing. They don't make these iPhones to last 10 years, guys.
No, they don't.
They tell those little Chinese guys before they jump off the fucking building, listen, make these things so they bring them back in 18 months. Then we'll give them a refurbished one until they buy the fucking 6 or the 7 or the 8G or the 9 Sport. Apple don't fuck around. iTunes don't fuck around. iTunes fuck around with you. iTunes don't play. At all. Yeah. At all. There's no fucking nonsense with Apple. So people know when Apple shows up, You're going deep into the fucking pockets of debt.
It's true.
And that's what they do. You know, why would you, let's all be honest here. Everybody in this room, I'm a fucking computer moron. But you're computer illiterate and you're literate, whatever the fucking both of you is. But let's just get back to basics here. Would you buy the first model of something for $10,000? What if you bring it home and that watch goes fucking bananas? So it's sending you pictures of your wife naked and fucking beeping at you every 10 minutes. They don't know.
Right, like Google Glass just failed, and I don't even know why.
Yeah, all this shit
why?
at the beginning. They don't have all these glitches, man. So you're paying $10,000 fucking dollars for watches that are gonna last fucking 2 years. And every 2 years they're gonna sap you every 2 years. They're not fucking billionaires because they're not making money over there. They're making this shit in fucking Hong Kong. They're getting $3 a fucking hour. They're jumping off the fucking building like it's going out of style. Am I lying? They did a 60-minute fucking report, and they sell this shit at $10,000 a watch. Who needs a watch for $10,000 fucking now? What if I have to just look it up at the fucking wall? What if I have to look it up at the wall? I just saved fucking $2. Look, I just saved $2. $2. I just saved $8 fucking dollars. How's that? A $10,000 watch. What's it gonna do? It's gonna give you a compass. It's gonna do the iPhone in your watch.
Right.
That's it. But you still gotta have the iPhone. They're gonna get you with the watch, the camera.
Charge it. You have to charge it every morning.
Listen, guys. You know what? I keep it fucking simple. I don't even have a watch. I got 2 watches at the house. One works and one doesn't. Ask me what brand they are. Some French. I have no fucking idea.
Swatch.
Do I care? You look up. Where isn't there a clock today?
And you have your phone. I like the phone thing. I get when you're driving that I guess it'd be cool, but people are always walking around like this.
You said the magic fucking word.
What?
Cool. This is all about cool, guys.
That's true.
Starbucks is all about cool. You know, it used to be that when you walk in a bar and you see somebody, they come up to you like this, don't they, with their bottle up here. Nobody has it over here. Nobody just leaves it at the fucking table because they might get roofied at Captain Jack's fucking titty joint. What the fuck were you doing in there anyway?
I love that place.
Disgusting
Why
place.
don't you like that place?
Because
it's not a real strip club. It's just a burlesque bar. It's changed in the last 10 years.
My point. I want to go see a chick with nipple rings. I'm a grown fucking man. Either show me that swamp or fucking put it away. I don't. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna show up with a curtain in front of your pussy and make me imagine. I don't want to see. I'm too old. I don't want to see fucking art for you people who are saying Joey Burlesque. Fuck you. I'm a grown fucking man.
Joey
I don't want to see nipple rings. I want you to jump out here and show me those fuck. Remember we did the comedy show at the Improv? It was a fucking burlesque show.
Right.
I had to sit there with the chick with like a liner in her pussy. I don't need to see. Show me your asshole. Something.
It was kind of disappointing. At the
Yeah,
end. It was cool to watch for a minute, but then I was
get the fuck out of here. The whole time I was looking for a knife.
to do what?
To stab myself, and then you, like a mass fucking suicide, a la Bruce Jenner.
There was a good police chase today. Did you see that? It's so crazy.
You're obsessed with those.
It's every single day. It's like, oh hey, here's a real version of Cops. You know, I love that show Cops. Now we get a 4-hour version that's live, and today was a suicide by cop. And
did he do it?
I don't know because the helicopter was told to leave because it was just getting too intense, like SWAT teams and stuff like that. So a cop
committed suicide?
No, this guy was in his car with I guess a shotgun, and he was on the phone and just smoking cigarettes, and they had him surrounded, and I guess he was saying that he was trying to do death by cop, where he comes out or they shoot him and suicide by cop, but they flew away and that they were told to leave. So I don't know what happened.
That means shoot.
Yeah.
Shoot him right in the fucking head.
Did you ever run from the cops, Joey?
Run from the cops?
Is that a real
question?
Oh
my God. But not like that. Not like with a helicopter and a bank robbery. I ran from cops a bunch of times.
Really?
Yeah.
Like they would chase you on foot? Oh my God.
Both. Cars and foot.
Did you think you were going to get away?
I got away a couple times.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that was before helicopters.
No, it wasn't. I'm high, but not that high. Jesus. I had to think about it for a second. I was like, huh. Was it?
No, but it was definitely before. As nowadays, it's like infrared helicopters. They can see you at night.
Yeah,
if a helicopter's on you're
dead.
pretty much just give up, right?
You're dead. You're fucking dead. Because even after they look for you, they go to other things to find where the fuck you went. Like after you get home, That's when they find you. An hour later, when they go back to the ironing board and look at all the computers in the area and see you just dipping and dashing. Dude, I got chased by cops a fucking couple of times. One of the best ones ever was when I got into a fight with Carol in Seattle and the cops came and I jumped into the ocean.
Oh, no way.
And they could not find me.
What?
And they went to the edge with the flashlight and everything, and I was right under them.
Wow.
Were you under the water?
Under the water, like looking up at them. But I was so close to the thing, the waves, it was fucking freezing. I thought it was like 3 feet of fucking water. I thought I was going to go in, and it was low tide. So the water was going to go up to my fucking knees. Fuck you. I went straight down.
Wow.
And I thought I was just going to duck in the water, and they were just going to look around and go, oh, you know, it's high tide, whatever. We're not even going to. These motherfuckers walked all the way to the edge. And I'm down there like, but you couldn't hear me kicking because the waves were hitting this wall. It was down by Alki. Alki right on Seattle Beach. That's over the fucking penguins. That water is freezing.
That's Alaska water.
That was one time. Another time with her in the car, we got into a fight. She ripped up my check and I pulled her hair. And the cops chased me and I hid inside a dumpster.
Oh, yeah.
For fucking 9 hours, 8 hours. I jump out of the dumpster, I walk half the block and they're waiting for me in the bushes. They knew I was in the fucking dumpster.
I have never even had a speeding ticket before.
Come on. The best chase I got involved in, though, was when I robbed the bookie and it went down. That went from 57th and Park Avenue in Western New York, New Jersey, and it went to 69th, 70th Street and Kennedy Boulevard in North Bergen. But you're going, Joey, it's 59th to 70th. It's 11 blocks. It's 11 blocks this way, but it was like 10 blocks this way. You follow me? From where that happened was right by the Hudson River, and I had to get all the way across town by Secaucus. Guys, you have no idea. And they were on. They were going up and down blocks.
Were you on foot?
Foot, motherfucker. What do you think? I had a bicycle with a helmet? No, foot.
Oh, my God.
And my hand was ripped. This fucking guy. So, as I'm getting to my house, I mean, I'm maybe 50 yards from my front door. I see the door, and something makes me look up, and it's a cop car coming down my block without its lights on. No lights, no red lights, no headlights, no nothing. So I couldn't catch it. He didn't see me. We just missed each other. As soon as I saw him, I ducked under a car. And as he got like 10 feet from me, he started flashing his light out. I crossed the street, and that was it. I went downstairs. I took the glove. No, I left the glove on. I changed my clothes. And about an hour later, they picked me up, and I went to the bar. That was one of the worst chases ever with the fucking cops. Like 2 of them were on foot, and I lost them, and the other ones were in cars.
Is your heart just racing the entire time?
Oh, my God. It was tremendous.
Fuck.
It's tremendous.
So, in cops and stuff, they actually think they're gonna get away. Like it just seems so stupid watching cops in here.
Well, they show you the episodes where they fucking catch you.
Yeah.
There's 20 fucking shots where they look for you, and you know. Listen, man, when it's dark and shit like that, you can move, but you gotta move.
Yeah.
You gotta fucking move and catch a break and catch a corner. It's gotta happen quick because they usually come by themselves or maybe with one. But in 4 minutes, you'll have 3 more cars there. Once they say it's a foot pursuit, and in 10 minutes, you'll have 4 more fucking cars there. So it's all by the minute and quickness. Boom, boom, boom. This way, you know, I'm talking about if you fucking get into a fist fight, if you rob a fucking coke dealer and they're chasing you like the coke dealer got hurt, you shot him in the leg or something. they're not gonna pull out no fucking helicopters. By the time the helicopter shoots over, you're hidden. You know, unless you fall or they pick up like a T-shirt and they get like a dog out there or something. But then again, I don't know. I don't know the extent of it really.
I was watching, Netflix has this cool show. It's like serial killers would like talk about their crimes, and it was this dude in New York who just went and like started stabbing people, and he would hide. It was like 36 hours that he just killed like a girlfriend, the girlfriend's mom, and this other dude.
Nice guy.
Oh my god! And then he was talking about like hiding in New York for the night, and I can't. It's like I always laugh in Grand Theft Auto when if you wait 30 seconds, the cops just give up. But it's just crazy how could you imagine having someone chasing after you for those 36 hours?
Could you imagine if Grand Theft Auto lasted like those cops went home to investigate you, and then like so you have all these like murder cases playing Grand Theft Auto, so you have like 2,000 people after you. Investigating.
You have to think like they do. The cops don't work like they do on CSI fucking Miami. The general public thinks that if they drop a hair, they're gonna send it and they're gonna get the hair result back in 2 fucking days, and you're gonna get. Guys, there's so much fucking bureaucracy. That shit costs money. So before they send your hair, and like I remember one time I lived under this guy in Colorado, and he would come over to eat every night. His name was Ken, but he was from Kentucky, so we just call him Kentucky. And he'd come every night and eat. He'd always show up when dinner was served, and he goes, what is it that I smell? Is that lobster tails? Maybe I can get a piece. And, we're family. Well, get a piece. We give him a piece of one of our. And one day he comes home, and this motherfucker goes, my mama just sent me $200. I'm going to have a good weekend. I'm like, dog, buy a bag of wheat. Come on down here. He's like, oh, no. My mama sent me this. This is for me. And my brother's like, fuck him. But in the back of my mind, I'm like, this is fucking mine. That money is mine. I'm going to rob that motherfucker. He lived right on top of me. He went out that night, and I knew he was a cheap fuck. He wasn't going to take the 200 cash. So one way or another, I creeped into his apartment. I took like the 200. The next
one way or another.
I put tables together, and I creeped up through his balcony. I put like a table on top of a barbecue, on top of something else, and I climbed up and grabbed myself up the fucking balcony and put my leg over. And he left the screen door open, which really shocked me. And I went into his house. I searched. I could not find the fucking money anywhere. I left the front door open, but I went downstairs and started thinking about it. Where would I put the money? I went back upstairs, looked in the pharmacy, like in his kitchen, in his bathroom. There was a thing of Band-Aids. I opened it up, and there was the 200 fucking cash. The next morning, this jerk-off comes down. He's like, man, somebody robbed my house last night. I knew it was one of you New Jersey criminals. Right? And me and my buddy's howling, because my buddy knows it's me. He's like going, and we're like, bah. And I'm like, with the straight face, come on, who robbed you? He goes, well, we're going to find out. I just went and got Scotch tape and got fingerprints off the glass and off the. He goes, I just sent it to the FBI. Fuck you. I didn't miss a beat. I knew he had dick. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck. By the time you get it to the fall off, I'll beat that in court with Lee. I'll put a yarmulke on Lee in a black suit and take him to court and say the authenticity, some big fucking words, and they'll fold. It really
That probably would work.
It really would work, because they just, at one point, they're telling you they got fingerprints. They have to show them to you. They have to show you the points and prove it to you as an attorney. They're going to try to cut a deal right off the bat. You're going to go, why are they cutting a deal so suspiciously? That's why, because they have partial fingerprints. Show me them motherfuckers, bitch.
Yeah.
Keep the dick.
It's like when I got in trouble when I was underage drinking at a bar, and the cops came in, and I was holding a drink, and I threw it in the trash can. And they put me in the paddy wagon, and I had to go to court, and I was 18, and I had a public defender, and he's just like, did they take the drink out of the trash can? I'm like, no. And he goes, all right, say you weren't drinking. And he's like, I'm like, what? And he goes, they need to have evidence to, to book you on anything. I'm like, are you sure? And he goes, yeah. So went to court. Cop's like, no, I don't have that evidence. Obviously, I didn't get trash can. And they're like, well, case dismissed. That's it.
There's so many fucking loopholes
right.
that they have to do. One time I was living in Snowmass Village, and I had this idea that I was going to rob the jewelry store and take the jewelry and sell it in New York for the holidays and walk out of there with like 50 grand. It was a mom and pop jewelry store. I went to this fucking dude who till this day today, now that I think about it, and you guys know I process everything, today, I think this guy was an undercover agent. Because he was an electrician, and he knew alarm systems. Like, he told me he knew alarm systems and shit. But ever since I started talking to him, my luck started changing. And I went to this place, and it was like they knew I was coming. I cut the wire, and all of a sudden, they fucked up because they came up the hill with their lights on. This is one time where these idiots kept their lights, which gave me, they're 3 miles away. I'm in the Colorado mountains. I see the lights coming up. This is easy. So I stop what I'm doing, I jump the fence, and I run straight home. I lived in the valley. I just run through the snow. Snow's coming down. I run home, I fucking kick my butt. And all of a sudden, about an hour later, guys, there's a knock on the fucking door. It's like 4 cops. I'm like, how you doing? Great night. Great fucked up weather. Like, listen, we had a robbery tonight, and the guy ran all the way here. What a coincidence. And we're like, no. Did anybody come here tonight? We're like, no. It was just me and my roommate. Like, can we come inside? Big mistake. They came in, and they go, so you didn't go out there? I'm like, no. And they looked at my boots. I left them there, and there was snow melting on them. And they're like, well, whoever boots there, or they were out. They had me, but they couldn't arrest me. They had no fucking proof. There was no tools out left in the open, nothing like that. That's another time I got chased. See, like,
Jesus. It's like, it's in my life now, because like Paula's going to be a prosecutor. And then in Boston, there's 2 important cases going on. Like, there's Aaron Hernandez and then that bomber dude. And it's just, it's kind of fucked up when you think about, like, the jury, how, like, they get to decide on people's lives. Like, they just be on, like, you have to just guess. It's like, there's no real, like, you don't know if it's real. And I think that guy bombed the marathon, but why even have a trial? Like, what are they gonna, there's no way they're gonna find him not guilty. It just seems like a waste.
Well, I think with the bomber, they tried him to see if they're gonna give him the death penalty, correct?
That's what they're deciding.
That's
now.
what they're going on there, whether they're gonna kill this fucking poor moron or not. And then Hernandez might get off now, they're saying. I don't know. I didn't follow it that much. I don't know what the fuck's going on.
It's like that fucked up.
You have to listen. We live in the United States. You have a due process here. That's why they do that shit. They spend millions on those fucking court cases. Right. Millions. And even if he gets fucking convicted, then he goes on death row. And that's 22 million other appeals. You're not going to fucking zap him till he's fucking 50. So, what are you going to do? It's just a part of fucking growing up.
Right.
It's 2 high-profile cases. They got to run it. You know? So what? So out of those jurors, they never heard what was going on with this football player. They never fucking even heard of the New England Patriots. Because that's basically, you got to go in there.
Right.
Those Aaron Hernandez guys have to go in there saying, we don't even know who the New England Patriots are. We don't know anything about this case. Tell me, guys, you guys don't know what shit's going on because it doesn't appeal to you, but you've heard of it. Right. So even if you've heard of the situation, you're fucking biased, right? That's what I think all the time. So...
Did you have a judge or a jury?
I had a judge. Fuck that. I don't take it to jury.
Oh, okay,
I was guilty. I ain't fucking around. Cut me a deal, bitch. I'll save you thousands. You understand me? No, if you're pleading a case or you're a high-profile case, a high-profile matter, listen, the beautiful thing about the law is that you have a proof behind a reasonable doubt.
That's all it takes to be not guilty.
But that's all it takes to be not guilty. A reasonable doubt. So me as an attorney, I'm gonna take my cock out. I'm gonna go in there with Lee. I'm gonna tell Lee, you're looking at 60 years. You're looking at dying anyway. So what do you give a fuck? Let me work these motherfuckers a little bit. Let's work this cop. Let's work this evidence. There was a lieutenant who's a little weak. The breach of command. A good attorneys see little things, so they attack the fucking trial. And you know what? What a great thing to prove somebody wrong. Look at the OJ thing. That's the one that stands in my mind. Everybody knew this motherfucker played football. Everybody watches TV. They saw him running through a fucking airport in a commercial, correct?
Right.
When they go to, they're biased right off the bat. He was married to a white woman. There was so many fucking mitigate little fucking things. But his attorneys attacked the DNA, the knife. They attacked the fingerprints that were never really processed on the gate that they had at OJ that they never really processed because it rained. And it washed some of that fucking blood off. A lot of people don't know that. There was so many little fucking things in the OJ trial that, but think about that. He paid the money. He got 4 powerhouse attorneys to go in there and break down one guy. First of all, if your wife goes to work for a big attorney firm,
Right.
like a big attorney firm, they eat up the district attorney's office.
Dude, was that an earthquake? I'm sorry.
I think it was.
I was freaking out because
I don't fucking know.
Because I looked over at you and I thought you were hitting the table.
No.
And I was just like, whoa, what the fuck?
I thought it was too.
I was about
Just
to
the
run.
manpower. It's like when you go up against a high. It's like if L.A. County. It's like if I murdered somebody tonight, and I go out there and get an attorney that right off the bat I gotta give him a check for $250,000. That's my first check to them. Like they won't even talk to me. $250,000 we need in our office by 3:00 on the wire, and that's how it starts. That's how the clock starts with those motherfuckers. They're gonna take it to trial, and they're gonna try to. But that's the beauty about living in the United States. I gotta ask you something, Redban. Before you in a rush?
No, I'm just making sure I'm okay.
We'll just stop with the fucking post. Everybody's gonna live here. We'll call Domino's Pizza. We'll get you some wings with blue cheese. Everybody will be fucking happy.
You eat Domino's wings?
No, I'm just saying for you guys, because I know it'll make your heart go piddle paddle if you see a Domino wing leak.
It would.
If you saw a Domino wing, 2 of them, you'd probably come all over yourself.
You like Domino wings, man? Or microwave?
They're not great,
He
but
loves Domino's. He loves Little Caesars.
I don't love Little Caesars, but it's not
loves
bad
it.
for $5.
He loves it. He's Jewish. Little Caesars, he'll buy a pie, keep the other one for the next day.
Oh, Olive Garden has a new meal where you can get, unlimited salad and breadsticks, and then you order a dish, and then you get a dish to take home of a different dish so you can have it the next morning. So what you do is you go there, Lee, you eat all the salad and breadsticks you can until you can't eat anymore. Get the Alfredo dipping sauce, take both of them home, and now you have 2 meals for $12.99.
Wait, what do you dip the Alfredo in?
The breadsticks and the Alfredo.
Oh no,
It's $2.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
that's
The
I've
salad's
never
not
done that.
bad.
Yeah, and that's
The
2
salad's
meals.
not bad, and the soup is fucking not bad either.
Yeah.
Pasta Bazool, if you have it like on the East Coast.
Do you
it's not
dip
bad.
the breadsticks in fettuccine sauce though?
Oh, you gotta see me in there. It's all over my fucking face. I wouldn't eat that fettuccine fucking yeast infection juice if you paid me. Every time I say fettuccine,
Alfredo, yeah.
Alfredo, I think of a yeast infection. That's what that sauce looks like.
It's good though.
It's disgusting. You fettuccine Alfredo.
It's good
Italian-
on pasta. I've never had it on bread.
It's Italian ranch.
No, oh God Almighty, fucking disgustos eating fucking that shit.
Oh my God, I'm so... Dude, that was an earthquake.
How do you know?
Everyone's tweeting like crazy about it.
That was a good one.
Who gives a fuck?
I'm so glad it is an earthquake because I was like, my God, I'm having a heart attack. Need to call
Nah,
the
I
ambulance.
felt something. Fuck it. There's always.
I thought you were like doing
This
this.
is the second time the church has been going live when we've been struck by a fucking earthquake and we've survived it. So take that to the bank for all you people at home fucking doing jumping jacks. What do you think of the state of podcasting right now? Lee had some interesting questions this weekend.
It's interesting. I personally am over it a little because I'm just when we started Death Squad, I've always done it as a video podcast. You guys have done it as a video podcast, but I focused it on a video. I called it DeathSquad.tv, and I had all the shows under one name on iTunes and everything like that. Because what I have always thought is that once Apple catches up and like these Roku boxes and stuff like that catches up, we're all just going to be a network. We're going to be right next to NBC. It's going to be NBC, Joey Diaz channel, Joe Rogan channel, and so my idea was always to have like a one channel and then have all these shows, like TV shows after it. Now, I think what podcasting did was start off that trend, that idea. Everyone started a podcast. The amount that got through and are still doing it today have now, a lot of them have switched to video podcasts also, or they have a camera on and stuff like that. But I also see that I think podcasting and audio, it just feels like I'm not hearing about it as much as I was 2 years ago. 2 years ago, it was like podcast, do the podcast. Where now it's more like I'm doing a Twitch, I'm doing a video game show now, or I'm doing a show about this, or we're doing a live show, like a live show where we film while we're on the road. And I don't know, man. It's very interesting right now, and especially for me because I personally, once you've said so many things, I mean, podcasts are long, and once you've done a couple of hundreds and hundreds of them, there really gets to a point where it's kind of you can't dip into all the fun stuff that you used to dip into anymore. Like, oh, I haven't talked to him about the girl that, I murdered, and I haven't talked to him about, this and that and stuff. You can't really do that anymore because you've already done that. So it's kind of like, I think you get to a point where you're just like, okay, I need to start tripping on robbing banks more now, or I felt I had to just start going off the deep end a little just to get not stale and to keep it exciting and fresh. And I don't know, it's interesting. It's I have been doing less of them, and I'm more happier. I was doing way too many. I was doing all the Joe Rogan ones, and now I'm only doing like half the Joe Rogan ones. I was doing like 4, 5, 6 different podcasts a week. Now I'm doing 2. And it's just, I think for me, I was just spreading it too thin. And I kind of got bored with it a little. But now, since I've cut back, the ones I do, I have fun on them again. So
Lee and I discussed this weekend, how, people are great. They have great podcasts, but I get hit up 5 times a week to do a different podcast. It's not that I have something against other people's podcasts. It's that I have one myself, and I got to be fresh on here twice. They've already heard the fucking stories. They've already heard my logic, So now I'm going to go do 2 more podcasts, which they're going to ask me the same questions over again, how I ended up in prison, how I ended up a comic. So I just said I can't, because I just have enough time for 2 a week. I love doing Joe's, I'll go up to Joe's and lose my mind for an hour. That's a great one. But besides that, it's somewhere I got to drive to. It's not like, well, you have to call my Skype at 2:45. I don't know what the fuck I'm going to be doing at 2:45. I'm going to get an audition at fucking 1. You don't live here. It's tough to really connect with you. I'm going to have to go home and get the email and email you. Forget it. So I feel the same way you have. I started burning out for a while. And that's why I just do 2 a week, just to keep me fresh. Sometimes I'll do them on Sundays. Sometimes I'll do them in the mornings. Sometimes I'll do them Monday nights. Tomorrow night I have something, so I figured I'd do it tonight. That's the reason fucking why also.
Yeah.
I love switching the format around. I love it. I can't do nothing the same way fucking twice.
Right.
I'm sorry. I don't mind switching up, not having a guest and just coming out here stoned to the gills. And that's the great thing I always thought about the podcast, though, that I knew that I would do well with, because I wanted to let people know where my heart was. That's it. That was the most important thing. That whatever they judged up on stage, or whatever the fuck I was talking about on stage, that instead of leaving there a little negative on the negative side, they'd say, like, you know what, maybe he's having a bad night. I listened to him on the podcast, and I know where his heart is at. When I did The Longest Yard, I felt that. In Atlanta that time, I felt it in a lot of cities, that people just really didn't fucking like me, man. For something stupid that came out of my mouth that I thought was funny at the time. And I think that's the advantage we have over Richard Pryor and Bill Hicks, that we have a chance to go home and do a second chance. This is a second chance. Come on here and talk about what we like, what we don't like, what we like to eat, what we don't like to fucking eat. If I don't like to walk all over fucking San Diego to get a shrimp taco, it just gives you your perspective. I always wanted them to know what was in my heart and what was in my soul, and that's what I want with this podcast at this point. That's it. People always hit you up with ideas, what you should do, what you shouldn't do. Lee and I have discussed it. I know what I want to do, and I know what works for me. I couldn't do 4 of these a week. I can't do this. I can't do 3 of these a week. It's spread. It's the law of diminishing returns. Something's going to suffer. For a while there, I was on the road every week for like 12 weeks. The podcast started to suffer. It was too much. It was just too much. It was too much leaving on Thursday. I got to do it in 2 days. Sometimes it's great doing a podcast, then not doing one for 3 days, then doing it again. That's the whole,
Yeah. I mean, when I started really going at it, when me and Joe started the Joe Rogan thing, and then right after that started doing the Death Squad stuff, that's been about 4 years or so. When Death Squad first started, I mean, I was literally working all day long, doing Joe's stuff, then doing Death Squad stuff, then at night editing. Not only had that taken so much, I mean, I for the first time in my life, I feel like, oh my God, I can just lay on the couch if I want to and watch the TV. I haven't been able to do this in 4 years. Just all that work and all that stress, and being able to just stop for a second, I think is so important because I mean, I've never had a part of my life where for 4 years I didn't have a real day off of work. You know, like, I mean, most jobs you take, like, I'll take 2 weeks off. I might go to, you know, Florida or something like that. I really haven't done that. You know, like, I've gone home to visit my mom for a few days, but I also had a comedy show, and I was also, you know, I was the one booking that and having to get the rental car, and like, it's like I've been doing so much work that it's like I feel like the president when he goes into term where he gets gray hair for 4 years or 8 years. Like, I feel like that has happened to me, and that was the roughest 4 years I've just gotten through with. And now I'm just like, I'm almost beat up. Like, I feel
fucking
like
work, man.
Yeah.
And now, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna retire?
No. I gotta.
Now it starts all over again.
Put it
Now
back
you
together.
gotta get second wind. You write some jokes. You stay home for a few months. You regroup. You stay. You know, like you said, you're only not drinking 3 nights a week now. You're only drinking 4 nights.
4 nights a week.
So there's 3 nights that you don't drink, and you refuel, and you go back out there, and you start making a living. You put some money away, and then it speaks in valleys, man. Look at Dom Herrera. Dom Herrera, you look at Dom, he's out every fucking week. I'm lazy compared to Dom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I also have the wife and the child, which takes a lot of my fucking time. Like, though we made it back from San Diego to the Valley last night in an hour 40.
Don't you love that? I've done that once before also.
I used to do Hollywood in an hour 20 when I used to work La Jolla. The black drug dealer I had would close at 1, so I had to beat the clock and I'd do it. Last night we did 190% of the way.
The happiest I've ever seen you was when we reached Irvine in under an hour. You just got this big smile on your face, and you were like
It's a good
excited. You were doing 100. And then you were playing Oye Como Va as you were coming up to immigration.
I went fucking bananas when I heard that. I was cutting people off to get to immigration. There was a line. We had to pee, and I had to stop at immigration. Immigration held us for like 7 minutes. If not, we would have had a great time. We made great time coming from San Diego. San Diego's a great fucking city, and I get it. You know what, man? You look at those women, what they have on, the food, the clothes, out. It's only open till 2, right? It's no fucking.
It's a little white. It's a little white. It's a little military, but that's good because you kind of feel a little bit more protected.
It's you know, you go to Vegas and you see these people who. I mean, let's face it. Vegas is 50% Los Angeles people right on the weekends. That's why Sunset's fucking dead on Friday and Saturday. There's nobody on Sunset. But you go to San Diego and they have their own little Las Vegas down there. They're fucking that gas lamp. There was thousands of people out there. Thousands, Lee. Both fucking nights. Thousands. Traffic. People on bicycles pushing people around. It's like
oh my God. One recognized me and gave me a ride when I had to go get you some medicine.
Yeah.
I ran outside of the club, and this dude was like, "Are you Lee from the podcast?" And he took me on that little pedal bike thing to CVS.
Nice. Yeah, one thing I don't like about it is that it is not as friendly with marijuana for sure. Like I mean, I've smoked weed like in an alley outside, in the gas lamp, and I've had people like
Abraham
tell me about, hey, you shouldn't be doing that here, and get that out of here, and like it's not like LA where you just walk down the sidewalk and start smoking weed. They that's why they don't have dispensaries there, or they didn't for a while. They only have delivery services there. They don't like marijuana in San Diego as much as LA. That's one big part that kind
I
of is a
smoked.
bummer.
I smoked right outside. I smoked at the club downstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at you.
But Redban, how many? Because I had to figure it out for my taxes. How many free podcasts have you done? Like, Joey's always paid me. He's always been. He always give me something for. I did almost 200 free what the fuck? Someone got beat up, but I did almost 200 free podcasts last year, and it's just like I hear comedians talking a lot about bookers taking advantage of them, they won't pay them for the shows. Mm-hmm.
Except for
I get comedians are also they're not a lot of money, so you don't need to pay producers a lot. But like I was talking to Vicky Pezza last week, she doesn't get paid. It's so much. It's a lot of work to do.
I mean, I worked for Joe full time, so I do whatever Joe tells me to do. He wants me to edit a video, if I make a website. So I've gotten paid, I would have got paid anyways. Even
No, for Rogan's, yeah.
But for every single other podcast I've ever done, I've never got paid.
Right, yeah.
And we're talking probably over thousands. And all these podcasts a lot of these podcasts became big, and they're some of the biggest podcasts out. You know, Ari Shafir's, you know, Tom Segura and Christina Pazitsky, The Naughty Show, and I mean the Bone Zone with whatever. But I never did it for that. I did it just because these were all my friends, just to help them out. Because for a while, me and Joey and Ari and Duncan and all these guys have been on the road, and you know. And nothing, you know, Joey would get a commercial here, or Duncan would get a commercial here, and these little things. But I, you know, just knowing all these people, I was like, there has to be a way to get people to fall in love with them. And you know what it is? It's repetition. It's being able to, it's learning who this person is, and then hearing this person again, and then hearing this, next thing you know, this person, just like any kind of radio DJ in the past, is now, you know who that person is. You feel comfortable hearing this person because you already know this person's story. So it's very cool to be able to do that for all these people and all my friends. And I never did it for the money. I just did it because I thought it was cool that I could do it. You know, like to be able to make a show, and now people are watching that show and they love everyone that's on the show, and that I mean, I do the least, Leah. Actually, I've never been paid, and it's bankrupt me now. I'm bankrupt right now. I have to write a check tomorrow for 99% of what I have in my checking account. It sucks. You know, it's bad right now. And I probably have to get rid of Deathsquad Studio pretty soon too.
Up there?
Yeah, because it's the whole thing cost me with like insurance, you know, and all the bills for it, and the rent. I'm looking at almost about $2,000.
$2,000 a month. Yeah.
You know, so I have to design and create and make a T-shirt that will sell at least $2,000 a month, so I can pay for that, so it doesn't take out of my living money. And then I had something break the other day, and I had to buy a new soundboard. It was like $500. So I have to, you know, it's all of that stuff. And after a while, it took any kind of money, bank accounts or anything, it just took it all out. And so while my hobby got out of control, I need to figure out a way to still be able to do it, still like to do it, and make it a little bit more efficient. Because right now it's just took everything I got. So that's what I'm doing with now, getting roofied, crazy chicks trying to get revenge, feeling fake earthquakes.
Shout out.
I'll be in Vancouver, by the way, next Monday for 420, if anyone's listening.
We haven't gotten to that yet.
I thought you were doing shout-outs.
No, I'm going to give shout-outs to my main man, Mikey Vincent, Scott Lim, Miles Dong, Talking Lamb making a fucking comeback on Twitter, Carlos Knows Guan, Paul Deese, Anthony Gravala, Petey Garcia, and Paul Lynch. I love you cocksuckers to death. Do you understand me? How about you, Lee?
What's up, buddy?
Everything all right? You little Ninja Turtle shit, you know, sidekicks for Jesus.
You want to do some Tony Bennett?
Sure, whatever you want, my friend. It's Monday.
What do you want to have? Do you have a question?
No, I got no fucking questions. Just put it on. Will you please? Wait. Are you fucking kidding me or what? Jesus Christ. There goes my central nervous system. Nice, very soothing. I'm gonna go home and nappy noodle. I'm high as fuck also. I had 2 Chibo chews, a rubber thing. I had the whole thing.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did. Really? Yes, I did. It's fucking Sunday. That's it. I had shit to do. I didn't nap. We got home at 2:30. What time we got home? 1:40.
Yeah.
I went and got gas. I went home. I emptied the suitcase. I hooked up the sleep apnea machine. I took a shower. It was like maybe 2:20, and I watched some TV till about 3:30. I got up at 7:30. The baby was already up, and my wife is sick. So I took a shower. I made breakfast, and I took the baby to the fucking park. I left the house at like 8:30, dog. Oh, God. I was wiped out. I didn't think I was going to make it today. That's
Really?
how I always look at life now. I'm like, oh my God, I'm tired. What if I was snorted a gram of blow last night? How bad would I feel right now? I feel this bad and I didn't do any blow last night. Jesus fucking, like I need my sleep now. Like a 3 hour night. And Saturday nights, my body's used to it. My body gets shit on Saturday nights. 2-3 hours tops, maybe an hour on the plane. And then I get about 2 hours at about 2 or 3 in the afternoon. That's Sunday. I don't get shit on Sundays for sleep. So my body's used to it. I took it down. We walked around. We stopped and got some water. I was gonna get her some ice cream, but she'd make too much of a fucking mess. And then where did we go? I don't even know. Me and the wife took her. That was it. It was a short day today. I went to jiu-jitsu.
I met somebody the other day that used to do jiu-jitsu for you at the first place you did. I forget where it was, but
the comedy store.
Yeah.
They came down with me.
That's right. Yeah.
The girls, Deborah and Ani,
That's
and
cool.
Steve. Yeah. They all go to the new place I go to now. When this whole phenomenon came apart, when it came to me, I can't lie to you guys. This had nothing to do with money. This had nothing to do with money. I didn't look at this as money. I looked at this as an opportunity. I was like, this is the opportunity I've been waiting for, to tell a story, to tell a fucking story on here, to tell my story, how it affected me, how it molded me, and that was it. Then I started hearing all these fucking things. People making this, people making that, people making this. And again, it's like that old thing that after a while, me and Redban are editors and you're still assisting editing. How bad do you feel? So after a while, you have to start, and it's not like I didn't even know where to pick up sponsors. They start looking you down. They start hitting you up on Libsyn and whatever. And then when Lee came on board, I figured I didn't want any drama, so we got to pay him. We got to figure out a way to fucking pay Lee. So we had to get the sponsors. But this was never really about money for me. This was always about getting to let people know who the fuck you were. With this, supplemented with some videos.
And that's the fucked up part because it is so cool. Like, I feel bad asking for money from people. Like, I did 200. And the fucked up part is people are like, oh, you're having fun. Yeah, it's a great gig. But at a certain point, when you're here uploading a podcast and playing with the levels because it doesn't sound right to you, and then Libsyn, the upload fails, you're like, fuck. At a certain point, doing 200, I only did 200 of them.
Yeah.
You thousands free?
Yeah.
Oh
and
my
I'm
God.
now I'm editing 4K video with 2 camera angles, and I'm rendering video.
I always see that you do that. I'm like, why would you do that to yourself? For a Vimeo video, I was like, oh, Jesus.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
That's a good question.
Listen, guys, I learned something early on. I learned that, and it's not just Hollywood, it's life. People are going to get whatever you let them take from you. Okay?
Yep.
People are going to get whatever. Who lends Vinny Favorito $60,000, then gives him another $40,000. I told Josh Wolf on the phone the other day that there's people that want to be victims. There's people that want to walk around and walk into the comments and go, what happened, Redban? I lent Joey Diaz $10,000. Joey Diaz does blow every night. Why was he? Well, he told me his cat was sick. Are you fucking kidding me? He's somewhere in Vegas getting his dick sucked right now. You get $10,000, and you're not gonna get it. Some people want to be fucking victims, I don't even know what my point was. That's how I am.
Yeah, I know. This has been a weird, trippy night because I can't tell if I keep on feeling things that are earthquakes.
Oh yeah, you're hearing earthquakes and shit. I'm telling you, it's an ambulance type of night for Redban.
It might be.
He might be calling like 911 on himself or some shit. The Mexicans looking over the wall, some fucking shit. But no, it's you do this to. I enjoy it. I really do enjoy doing these. I just don't want to do it every day. But what I was talking about was, LA is a place where they do this thing, okay? When I first came to LA, I was under the assumption that when you did a movie, you were a millionaire. Like before anything about movies, I just thought that whenever you did a movie, you were set for life. Then I came out to LA, and I started hearing what the rules were. And I could still live with it. As being a comic, getting $15 a spot at the Comedy Store, you want to pay me $6.95 a day to shoot a scene in a movie or a TV, whatever TV was, whatever it was. I could live with that, Redban. I could live with that, Lee. But then the union agreed to this new thing It's called the SAG low budget film. And they have even an ultra low budget, which is $50 a day. Where's the glamour? Where's the glamour? That's what this is all about. I'm a comedy store guy. I'm dirty. If you give me a beer that's half drunk and I'm snorting blow, I'll drink it. You know, if there's a half a cigarette in the ashtray outside the comedy store and I'm coked up, I'll take it out there and finish that fucking cigarette. I'm a dirty dude. When you go on a movie set, that's why you want to go on a movie set. Your room is clean. You get drink. You know, you get taken care of for 3 or 4 days. I came to this town. I was very fortunate. My first thing was basketball. Wow. Fucking trailer. I'm stealing roller skates. They're bringing me lunch to my fucking room. Did these people know I did time for kidnapping? Did they have any idea what I've done? Okay. Mad TV, Spider-Man 2, I'm eating lobster tails on a Friday. This is a great life if you pay your dues. But then SAG said, oh, fuck these bitches. We're going to let you do a movie for $220,000 from now on. So let's pretend. Stop looking around, Redban.
I'm scared. I keep on feeling things.
You ain't feeling nothing. It's ants that fucking come from this guy's culo. Let's pretend you want to do this movie, and you come to me and you go, Joey, I got a perfect part for you. I did it out. I hired a production designer. I hired a production manager. It's going to take $9 million to do the movie. All right, I'll ask you, what do you got right now? And you'll say, I got $1.3 million, and I got a guy in Germany who's going to send me $5 million. I'll keep you posted. We'll do a table read. We'll shoot a few scenes from it for you to get the investor money. And then, after about a year, I won't hear from Redban. I'll get a call from Redban going, guess what, Uncle Joey, we're back on. You got the role. You're the man. You're going to knock it out of the park. Oh, shit, when do we start? We're looking at October 19th. You're going to work for 6 days. Only one bad thing. What's that? We didn't get the $1.7 million we needed. We got $200,000, so it's $100 a day. So this is your glamour. So you go, now I could see if you're a young actor and you're learning how to act, this is great for you as an apprentice. But not everybody involved. For $100 a day, you figure you got to give your agent $10 commission. You got to wear your own clothes. You really got to know your way around the set because they cut on production assistants. So there's not people knocking on your door going, Syatt, put makeup on. You're up next. You got to pay attention a little more. You know what I'm saying? You got to do your own makeup. You got to shave. Nobody's going to take that string out of the jacket. Remember, you just saw a special
Oswald,
that had a
Did you see that?
a string coming out of his jacket.
Are you serious?
That's what happens.
I only watched 20 minutes of it because it pissed me off so much. On his right arm, he had a fucking string.
Did he say anything about it? Has he publicly said anything about that string? Or he's probably, don't bring up the string.
I don't know, but it's terrible.
Wow, that's embarrassing.
But you have 100,000 in the special, so you have to release it.
How did no one notice that? Because they're looking at these little monitors backstage.
Let me see if I can find it.
That's what happens on those low-budget production shoots.
Right.
So the actor loses, everybody loses. My thing is, if somebody does the job, you fucking pay him. Okay? If somebody does the job, you pay him. Me as a comic, I will come to you and say, Redban, I'm having a bad month this month. Get me started on the podcast, and every week we'll do an hour and a half. I'll give you $25. That's $100 a month. That's something. Mm-hmm. At least we're starting somewhere with $100. These comics won't do that.
Right.
They won't even go out of their way.
Yeah.
They won't even think about it. Not to mention that the podcast is at 8 on Mondays. They show up at 8:25 with a story. You know what I'm saying? Right. So you're doing it for free, and it's costing you time.
Yeah.
I don't mind doing something for 4 weeks for Joey to get off his feet.
Right.
Come on, Joey, get off your feet. Go to that pizza place and tell them that you'll sponsor you for $100 a week. Give me $25. You could even keep $75. People don't even have that mentality. That's a hustler's mentality. You know, how can I have Lee over my house on the Sunday helping me move furniture? And I'm going to give him fucking pizza. Give him a 50. Give him a 50 on the way out. He'll say no. Give him that 50's gas money. Lee will love you. From now on, when I call Lee on Sundays, he'll fucking come. My big beef with those $100 a day movies are that they make you work Sundays. If I made you work for my dream, because that's what this podcast is. This is my dream. I come to you as a producer and I say, I have an idea. We'll play music. At the end, I'll stick a kazoo up my ass. You know, let's try it. It's never been done before. Whatever the fuck. This is what somebody gives you a shot at your dream. Take care of them.
Right.
It's your dream. So you want me to come on your movie set on a fucking Sunday? You're gonna give me the same fucking McDonald land fucking McMuffin you've been giving me all week? Go to the diner for $10 extra. Get some scrambled eggs. You know what I'm saying? There's little things that go so far when somebody's doing something for you on a Saturday or Sunday. This guy's got 3 kids. He's here for what? To help you create your fucking dream?
Yeah.
Fuck you.
Right.
And people will do it until you put your foot down. So from now on, every podcast you start, there's a piece of paper when they get to the podcast going, the first 3 are free. After that, I need $25. I don't care where you get it from. And it's up front. Mm-hmm. And I'd rather get a $100 bill at the first of the month just in case. When you get a sponsor, figure it out on your own. But I can't keep coming up here. And then you do the favor, like they said. How many times have people come to us and say, I want to do a podcast, and we go, get them on the podcast, and they're 20 minutes late? That's it. You can't work. I can't work with you because we're doing this to start up, and you're already fucking up at a 20 minutes fucking late. So that's the big thing that burns me. I know you're very generous. I know you've helped a lot of fucking people, and you know.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what one big part of the reconstruction of what I've been doing lately is just to make it make more sense to me. You know, like I'm not doing the 11 podcasts a week anymore. I'm doing, you know, what I want to do. Kill Tony. I enjoy doing Kill Tony. Ice House Chronicles. I enjoy the Ice House Chronicles. And Joe Rogan podcast. I enjoy Joe Rogan podcast. But other than that, I used to be like, oh, I need to do, 4 more shows and do this thing. I can't do that, at least right now, for a while, until I can figure out a way to have employees and have people help me and have sponsors and stuff like that. Because, I mean, I'm 2 math classes away for having a college degree, and I won't do it because I can't do it. I fucking hate math. I hate business. I'm like, probably like you. Like, I look at this shit and I'm like, I don't know what that is. And I don't check my mail for every 3 months now. I'll check my mail. I'll take a trash bag, empty it into a trash thing, set it down. I mean, that's how much I can't deal with that crap, It really fucking sucks.
Well, you have to stay on top of that shit. Okay, you can't check your mail every 3 fucking months, all right?
To.
You got to stay on top of this shit because if not, it gets out of control,
Yep.
I'm happy you're not doing that many podcasts. That just doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
In the studio, it's too much ass bite unless you're doing 20 podcasts out of it. Not you.
Right.
You're doing 3, but somebody else is doing
Right.
5, and they're giving you 300.
And that's a part of the whole
That
thing.
was the part
maybe,
of the whole thing.
Maybe.
But then, guess what? You're going to get them as a cheeseburger.
Yeah.
That somebody left there. And that gram of weed you had is now fucking a half a gram. They took the papers and they took your lighters.
And your computer has.
Yeah. So at the end of the week,
Tequila.
you're like, how do I fucking prosper from this? Unless it's family that you trust 150%. That listen, you see what this motherfucker looks like when you walk in here? That's what it's gonna look like when you walk out of here.
Mm-hmm.
Don't bring no fucking food in here. You have time slots. You gotta write them down. You get here 20 after 2. Guess what? You got a 40-minute podcast this week. You tell that to somebody for 3 or 4 weeks. Would you stop with the earthquakes, cocksucker? What's up, Lee Syatt? What do you got planned this week, cocklicker?
This week,
There you go, right there.
Is that another one?
Yeah.
are you shaking your feet?
I'm not doing. I'm just. The water's shaking.
Yeah, I think we did just get another one. Holy fuck.
Yeah, I mean, another earthquake. This is tremendous, people. Who fucking earthquakes?
We're gonna come out. We're gonna come out and it's asteroids and everyone's on fire and we're
fuck
like,
them, fuck them.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah, something's going on. The fucking emails aren't coming in. I think the Martians are definitely attacking. Yeah, earthquake hits Los Angeles, people. It's a beautiful fucking day. Rick Ramos is going to see Fargo and Hudsucker Proxy tonight. You might as well join him.
My mom fucks with me. She called me the other week, and she was like, "I was just talking with my friend the other day, and I was saying, even though I live in New England,
Look at this, Lee. See that fly? That fly had birth here. He gave birth. That's why there's so many fucking flies in here. That's your fucking fly that you brought in here. So figure it out.
or below us, there's a dead body in that place underneath.
he gave birth. That's fucked up." But yeah, and then she said, "I'd rather deal with snow than deal with earthquakes." Just like for no reason to me. She loved.
Earthquakes aren't bad, but
They're
when you're
not
pretty
bad.
fucked up, that's a little worse.
Was that really an earthquake?
Yeah. We've had 2 of them, I think. It must have been an aftershock.
We're
I
so
thought that
high.
was you shaking the
No,
fucking
here, I'll
thing.
show you. It's all over Twitter.
Does it say it? Yeah, there's been an earthquake on
Yeah.
No saying.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
Oh shit! I fucking love it.
It's a
See that,
3.5.
people? 3.5 earthquake, and we survived it live on the church. That's how we roll. Who the fuck knew it was going to be an earthquake? We do. We do. We're one step ahead of the game, cocksuckers.
So why didn't we tell anybody?
Because why would we waste our time? We look like fucking assholes. People say, how do you know? Tell us. We didn't know, but we knew. That's what I'm trying to say, Lee. We didn't know, but we knew. Why would we have a special edition Sunday Night Podcast with our main man, Redban, if we know, but we didn't know? Get it together. You're fucking slipping, cocksucker.
I love that kind of logic.
Where you going to go eat tonight? I know you're starving. I know you're already thinking of carne asada fries from that place on fucking Mall.
No, I don't cheat here.
You don't cheat here?
I have turkey at home. Turkey breast.
You're going to go home and eat that boring turkey?
What?
Oh, how many days old is it?
Like 3?
Oh, it stinks.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. It's got that little pre-cum on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, 3 days, that's it. You got to stop and get some new turkey.
Well, that's not gonna happen right now.
When you open it up, it's got the little...
Gel, like bologna juice.
Like that when you come in your
Not in
helmet.
3 days.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's on your helmet, like your helmet slippery with your fingers. You ever had that?
I've had that, but that.
I've had it. I have it right now. It's in my
Nice
belly
boys
button.
had turkey. That it lasts like 3 or 4 days.
It lasts, but that thing grows on it. You have to eat the turkey quick. That's why people buy cold cuts to eat that day. Because if
there
not,
another
that
one?
shit's... Oh, there's been like 8 of them. Forget it. What are you scaring me for? When we go outside, my fucking car tipped over. I got fucking...
It's gonna be like The Purge.
Denzel Washington running down the street with a gun. I need this
I
shit.
follow Denzel.
Do you really?
Yeah.
That's great.
I feel like you get me home safely.
I'm happy for you, cocksucker. Next time you go to Mexico, call him collect. See if he'll bail you out. What's in the future for Redban? What are you thinking?
Focusing on comedy right now and trying to get everything back together. I've been doing a lot of home casts lately. You know, instead of podcasting as much, if I'm playing a video game or if I have a friend over cleaning or something like that, we'll just do like a live stream where we're not even really paying attention to it, and people still like that shit. So it's I'm just trying to figure out what's next. What I put my fingers in right now while it's a baby and get my screen name. Because that's another thing that I've found, that everyone has these podcasts now. Like if you're the Nerdist and a new program comes out tomorrow, you better make sure you get the Nerdist on that program, right? The next Twitter, you want your screen name. So I'm constantly trying to figure out what's next. And I think it's weird that video games podcasts have blown up so much. People want to just watch people play video games nowadays and talk.
Lee's been tormenting me
Yeah.
to start playing video games. I just don't know what I'm doing. I've never played a video
Because
game.
we have this
before.
TV now, so we could just hook them up.
Damn, on that fucking...
You can, right? I recently been webcamming also, like porn webcam. There's this website called Chatterbait.
No, you haven't.
I swear to God, if you looked at my Twitter avatar last week, it was me as my character, which I have a wig on, I have this little vest on with my hairy chest all sticking out.
Don't want to hear about this.
And people tip me. I
There's
made
people online masturbating to him.
Yeah, but I don't get naked. Like I'll put lotion on my apples, or I'll put some lipstick on, or chapstick on. Or I'll comb my hair slowly.
How much you make?
I made the first night, and there was only like 40 people in there. I made $120. But
if makeup on.
No, I didn't put makeup. I said
That's what I gotta
chapstick.
fucking
I said
deal with.
chapstick. I just put chapstick in the little of my apples. But it's weird. So I've been doing that though, because that's that killed porn. Chat webcams killed porn. That's why porn's not as popular. It's not porn stars anymore, because now like this girl who has a full-time job in Alabama can get on her little webcam when she gets home and finger herself and make fucking $10,000 in 3 hours.
Okay,
So,
I have a question. How many dollars is a token?
roughly it's about $1, roughly. But the girl only gets like no, it's not. I'm sorry. 10 tokens are roughly about $1. I think.
Oh, okay, that makes.
But the girl only gets like half of that or whatever. But I know this one girl I was watching. She made $20,000 just in 1 hour. Just people throwing it. Look at Jenna Jameson. She goes on there. It's like ding 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 ding. Just tons of fucking money. She doesn't even do shit. She just has to be there like blah, or whatever she does.
That's so creepy. It's like a virtual strip club.
No, and so what I've been doing is the reason why I've been doing this. I'm not just doing it because I'm a fucking creep, but I've been doing it just to see to figure it out, because video gamers are now doing this. They have the same kind of format where they play games. You pay to subscribe to their channel. You could tip them, and it's that almost the same formula, but one is playing video games and one is this. So there's something to that where you're taking like the podcast, but you can like have like a little bit more interactive, I think. And I don't know. I'm just fucking around. I want an excuse to.
I think they should take
whack
the
off.
list of the people who subscribe to those video game channels and like go check on them.
Why?
Why would you pay to watch somebody play video games
You're
and
projecting.
then give them a tip?
Huh?
And then give them a tip.
Because some people are fun. Like the hot girls playing video games is big, where they're not getting naked. They're just cute girls playing video games. And or Kevin Pereira, who I used to do a podcast Pointless with. He's now doing that, where he's making money and stuff because people just want to watch, and they're happy that he's broadcasting and they can play video games. And
that's so creepy.
It is. So that's one of the biggest things I've been just fucking around with, playing video games and all this stuff, just to figure out if there's what's there, and if
I might
something's
get
there.
on Video Game Land and fucking show them how bad I am at getting chased by cars.
Oh, I would love to get you on Grand Theft Auto, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
what I wanna do.
I'm building a little video game studio in my living room right now, try to keep me out of trouble. But it's fun. I invite girls over. We just smoke a lot of weed, play video games, and you have your voice in there, so you could be like, "Get the fuck over here," and you can reenact you robbing people and chasing cops and getting in helicopters. It's fun, dude. If you could figure it out, you would never leave the couch.
There's no chance of that
I
happening.
know.
That's not a bad idea.
Yep.
If there's promise of not leaving the house, that might be in my future.
That's what I'm saying.
Fuck going on the road. I'll fucking do comedy shows in my closet
That's right.
by myself at fucking 11, 10, 9. I don't give a fuck.
I think that could happen.
That's going to happen. That's going to happen.
I
I
was-
know people who are talking about it right now.
I was
There's a
taught.
service right now, but it
Really?
just takes, like the ice house, you have to wire it. It's got to be wired perfect. The service goes down. But they come in, they charge an amount. Well, there was the other company we met with. Remember, they wanted 50%. They sat there with a donation box. Not that was
Laughter.
Lapster. They're done, right? Or the
Yeah.
chick quit.
Yeah, both.
They,
I think they're
everybody,
done.
they're fucking done. Those people. It's a hard racket. You got to have a lot of people involved in doing it. If you're gonna start that, you have to have a comedy club that has that kind of like Lab. What's that club that Steve whatever Hostetler Labs? That's the name of the show on Friday and Saturday nights on Fox.
Yeah.
Well, that's what they're all scrambling to do right now. The Improv's building a studio. The Comedy Store just got internet there, where we do Kill Tony. But they're building these little studios inside all these clubs now, and that's like a part of a comedy club now. There's a podcast studio in it, and it's amazing, that part of it, where these clubs are now broadcasting to people in Germany, on some shows. So that's kind of. Is that you?
That was me.
Oh God, Jesus Christ!
That was my foot.
That was a big pound one.
Oh please, I got a fucking size 13. Must weigh 82 fucking pounds each foot I got.
That's what
I
I
got
don't
a gorilla
understand.
foot that's dry with a fungi nail. That thing is a fucking drum.
Yeah.
What don't you understand, Lisa?
Why every comedy club doesn't have a podcast? And the week before, you'd call in and do the podcast, and that's what makes a great
Well, why
comedy
don't you come-
podcast.
why don't you come in on-
having good comedians?
When you're coming on Thursday, you do the podcast at 3. And they buy lunch, and you do the podcast where everybody's talking. They talk about you, and you sell the week.
Well,
Why would
most
you
people
call
don't
in?
listen live, so that you would want to do it like a
but
week
you,
out.
No, you
so people
leave it
hear
Thursday, and just like radio. You tape it Thursday, and you release it Friday morning.
But-
and people come to the show Friday and Saturday night.
Yeah, but the issue is people have like a lot of podcasts. People listen to like 20, 30 podcasts.
I think they
so
used
they're
to.
like a week behind.
Do you think that's changed though, Lee? I mean, because I look at, people post all the time. They post like their screenshot of who they subscribe to on iTunes, and they tag me in it or whatever. And it used to be like a shitload of podcasts on people's lists. Nowadays, it's like it
6.
seems like it's 2, 3.
Well, ones have died, but like I didn't even listen to it yet. But that serial thing just happened when that happened with that case, and people are getting into like economy podcasts. They show you that one page. People have 40 hours plus, let's say at least 2 hours commute. That's 50 hours a week of time to fill up. And then, like, I was at the hotel in San Diego this weekend. Had a nice big TV on the wall. I had my iPad with Netflix. So they don't want to sit and watch commercials when they're in a hotel. Mm-hmm. They'll watch a video podcast. So it's fuck, I forgot where I was going with that, but it's kind of crazy.
I mean, look at these porn girls now. You know, the cam girls. They're doing live podcasts every single day, and they're fucking themselves on cameras. But you watch, half of them aren't even getting naked. They're just sitting there talking, and people are tipping them money. Why can't that same formula be a podcast that we all love? Like if they're watching Joey right now, and there's people just like tipping and tipping. If you tip a certain amount, you have to eat another thing of weed, Lee. Or if you tip this amount, then we put their picture on the wall behind it for a week. And
well, the fucked up thing is people would do it.
Yeah.
But I don't want people all the time email me, ask donate button. I don't.
No, but that's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out when I go to one of these webcam girls, I tip girls on webcams, and I want to. It's not me feeling like, oh, I'm donating to them or stuff like that. Like, no, I want them. I feel happy that I tipped that to them, and now they're happy. Like I need to find that formula for everybody, and it's a weird area where you have to look at video game podcasts and then porn podcasts and somehow put them together with podcasting, and I don't know, it's interesting to me.
It's been a tremendous fucking journey, this podcast thing, and Lee asked a bunch. This is the first time Lee came down for the weekend, and we had some time to just chat. We talked about comedy with James in the green room, and
that was really cool.
And we spoke about just the future and what he thought and what we've learned. The marketing. Like in the 4 years I've been doing the podcast, I got my degree in fucking marketing. Like this is it. We're real. We're fucking college-educated podcasters. That's it. This is 4 years. This is and this isn't getting logic or learning theory. This is hands down doing it. Things blowing up. Cameras fucking up, This has been great. This has been a great journey. And like I said, when I did this, as you know, I was ready to start selling cars. I just wanted to do this as a shot. Let's see what we got. This is great. You could talk for 2 hours, 3 hours, and then, like I said, Fucko started making money. Corolla, and
I thought I was Fucko.
That was the beginning of the end for everybody. Everybody got greedy. Everybody was saying, "Well, this guy's making this guy's making this." So, who the fuck doesn't want to make money to do this? And again, we've had sponsors contact us and stuff. I like the sponsors we have. 2 or 3 of them are just independent people that we've had on our own. The rest of them are through a company. 2 of them are through a company. We don't even want the company ones. They're the biggest fucking pain in the ass. We just had somebody going to give us a ton of loot, but it was 2 hours of work afterward that they don't need. It's all bullshit. It's just they're paying you, so they want you to do it just so they have URLs. And it's like, I don't need Lee here for 2 hours after the podcast is over to send you. I don't want the podcast to sound like a billboard. I don't mind helping some people out. So, to me, I'm mid-range still. If I didn't have Lee, I wouldn't want money involved in this thing. It'd be like open mics for me if I didn't have Lee. Mm-hmm. If I knew how to do this and Lee fucking wanted to open up his own podcast store, I wouldn't care about sponsors. I'd just do what I'm doing now, and I'd be happy without the fucking bureaucracy and the bullshit.
Yep.
And the checks being laid, and they wrote it to the name of the podcast last month. We've been doing business for 2 years. They wrote the checks to the name of the podcast shit like that. So,
yeah, I keep on getting my name's not really Redban, it's Reichel, and then when they book my flights, they put it under Redban. I'm going, here's my passport. I know it says a totally different last name. It's such a pain in the ass where they write you a check with Redban. It's like, how am I going to cash that? Redban's a fake name. Yeah. It's annoying, right?
At least they're writing your fucking checks, my brother. What do you think, cocksucker? You got anything to say over there? You're just going to sit there thinking about the Turtles tonight, what episode you're going to watch. And now you got pistachio fucking jello, so you can watch it.
I don't have what's pistachio jello?
Oh, it's delicious.
It sounds great.
Pistachio jello. First time I tasted pistachio pudding.
Mm-hmm.
Was in prison. It was fucking delicious with little pistachios in it. Sometimes they got it. Now, even at the frozen yogurt shops, they got them.
Yeah.
I get the pistachio ice cream. I love it when it's green and
some places have it. Baskin Robbins.
Baskin Robbins, yeah.
It's the only place that really has it. Let's get some sponsor. Get the fuck out of here as usual. for optimum optimization. What is it, Lee?
Optimum optimization.
Optimum optimization. You know where the fucking party starts. On it, bitches. The best products out there if you want to fucking make it happen. It starts with Alpha Brain. Money back guarantee. They don't even want the fucking product. Look at that bicep right there. You kidding me? That's straight up fucking Shroom Tech Sport and Shroom Tech Immune. I mean, listen, I was on that way. I'm waiting for a shipment now of the tea stuff. I'm waiting for the coconut oil to put in my smoothies. I'm waiting for some more the hemp protein. Is top notch. He's fucking going in jungles, taking acid. He's doing it all to bring you the best fucking products, all right? Go to onit.com. Go to the webpage. onit.com. They got the supplement page. They got the nutrients page. See what the fuck you like. I can't help you with battle ropes and accessories, but I can help you with the nutrients. Go to the box and press in.
Church.
Boom! Get 10% off your first order. And if you like it, get on the Stay On It program where they send them to your house every month on the first of the month, all right? Now that we're talking fucking apples and oranges, let's get down with basics. Iron Dragon TV. You're sitting there at home. There ain't nothing on TV tonight. What the fuck are you going to do? Sit there like a jamoke? Tell you what you're going to do. You're going to start watching fucking classic kung fu films. Go to Iron Dragon TV right now. They have a tremendous selection of classic films. They got on it tutorials. They got Joe Rogan talking about kettlebells and fucking Egyptians. They got everything on there.
Hey, what's this called? This sounds awesome.
Iron Dragon TV. Go to
badass.
Iron Dragon TV right now and press in.
Joey.
Boom! And get 2 free rentals on the fucking arm to get your party started. Mope around. They got great titles. Hitman. They got the Hitman series. They got everybody on there.
Tai Chi Hero.
Tai Chi Hero. And they got new
Jackie
titles.
Chan.
And like Lee said in the beginning of the podcast, they're innovators in 4K technology. So all their movies are going to be fucking crisp, all right? Go to Iron Dragon TV right now and press in.
Joey.
Boom! And get 2 free movies. You're saying, Joey, I got movies and I got supplements. What are you going to do? What have you done for me lately? This is what I've done for you lately, cocksucker. Let's say you got
How
some
dare you
wax.
talk to him like that?
Shut up, bitch. Let's say you got some wax. You got a ball of heroin you want to burn. Go to naileditlife.com. They got a crack-a-lackin' over there. The best vapor pen on the fucking market. And today only, you get 20% off delivered to your house. Go to naileditlife.com for all your dab supplies. The stick to put the fucking grenade on the thing. The cleaner. Go right now to naileditlife.com. Look at the selection they got. But if you go with the vapor pen, we're going to give you 20% off. What do they press in the box?
Joey Diaz.
Boom! 20% off delivered right to your fucking house. That's how we roll. And you're going, Joey, but I got no cigarettes. You don't need no fucking cigarettes, bitch. There's what you need. Hitty cigs. Guaranteed 1,200 puffs. Whether you got the cigar or the cigarette from 24 milligrams to 0. That's how they roll backwards like the ape. You understand me? Remember the fucking ape? He turned into a man. That's what happens. Go to hittycigs.com right now. Look at the selection. Look at the flavors they got. Take a look at this fucking cigar. Tastes like I'm in Cuba right now, just sitting there getting fucking sun on my face. That's how I roll.
Delicioso.
Go to hitty6.com right now and press in.
Joey's Church.
Boom, Joey's Church, and get what, Lee?
20% off.
20 motherfucking percent off. So I got you 20% off on Hitty6, 20% off on Nailed It Life. I got you 2 free movies from Iron Dragon TV, and I got you 10% on it. It's like, are you fucking kidding me? It's not even Passover, and I'm giving you percentages off. That's how I roll, cocksuckers.
Passover just ended.
I know, Lee. That's what I'm saying, cocksucker. It's not even Passover. Thank you, Redban, for coming on.
Thank you.
One of the forefathers of podcasting. It's a shame. I hope you get it together and just start tell these motherfuckers up front you got to sign a contract and that's it. And then if you leave, you're like a sprint. You want 250 on the way out.
I'll be good. The bigger thing is that just getting everything focused and taking a little break, and that's what I just did. So I'll get it back.
You're gonna be in Vancouver next Monday.
Vancouver.
For 420 like a motherfucker.
420,
correct?
yeah. We're going to be with Tony Hinchcliffe. We were there last 420. They have this huge 420 festival where there's kids are throwing out weed, and the cops just like once a year go, okay, everyone can just smoke and sell weed right here, and it's like a humongous party. And then at night we do a comedy show right down the street, so it's gonna be great.
Who's better than you, dog?
Just go to deathsquad.tv, click on tour dates.
That's why I love you and shit. Me, I'm gonna be in Houston, Texas, Friday and Saturday, 4 shows. I don't know, 7:39. I don't know what fucking time. Call down there, 713-333-8800 or something like that. I'll go on the webpage, get fucking tickets. And next week I'm at the Tempe Improv in Tempe, Arizona. So don't forget about me, bitches. All right, I love you guys. Stay black. See you Tuesday. We'll be here with an all new fucking tremendous podcast for you. Thank you.
Late.
What, Lee? What are you looking at me all weird for?
What's up?
Were they real earthquakes?
Yeah.
Oh, and I have a new Flying G radio coming out this week on Wednesday. Go to onnit.com and use code word church to get 10% off. Go to IronDragonTV.com and use code word Joey to get 2 free rentals of all the great martial art movies. Go to HitEsigs.com. Better tasting, longer lasting. The proof is in the vape. Use code word Joey's Church to get 20% off your order. And for all the oil and wax smokers out there, go to naileditlife.com and use code word Joey Diaz to get 20% off.